7 for the big man!
The most comprehensive football and netball coverage across the great South Coast. Broadcasting your match of the day on 94.5 FM and online.
Kick over the top to Matty Wines. He plays on, runs onto that customary left foot, out in front of bat. Pulls in a screamer. Oh. Put it down.
An English gather he can. Dances around, short kick, looking for a teammate in Alexander. Goes by hand to Wrench to Alexander. Oh, good tackle.
Led by Matty Stewart and your number one local footy call team.
Katie Lovell kicks on its way. Is it going to fade back? Oh, big grab at the goal square.
Righto, McKinnon. Thompson, can he get the handball out to Gordon? Gordon sells one tackle. They're asking for holding the ball. They get it, the Eagles.
For Clinton, Bolsh, Warrnambool, Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's, Warrnambool East and Central. This is 3YBFM's Hampden League Live.
Something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Bring the stadium home this footy final season at Harvey Norman. Immerse yourself in the king-size 75-inch LG NanoCell TV. Now $1,995, save $500. The incredible Samsung 65-inch Neo QLED TV. Now $2,795 and save $500. Hear the crowd roar with JBL 2.1 channel soundbar, just $395. Samsung True Dolby Atmos home theatre soundbar, $595, save $200. Bring the stadium home this footy final season at Harvey Norman.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Clinton, Bolsh, Warrnambool, Nissan, Roma Britnell MP and Madden's Lawyers.
Ah, yes, welcome back to Hampden League Live, and how exciting. I'm getting pretty pumped, boys. Great crowd here too, to be honest, even in these weather conditions. Really healthy crowd, and what a game of reserves football. The Roosters getting the job done by 2 points in extra time. Who would have thought? Unbelievable scenes, but Scotty Carter, not Alan Blackburn, Greg Kelson, Trent Hill. I did see Alan Blackburn in the function next door. He's pretty pumped and excited. He's heading over to the netball to watch.
Eating any free food or anything, Al?
He's enjoying.
I tell you what, we're on extra time already too, boys.
We are.
Hey?
Yeah, no, it's rock solid. Don't worry about that.
Rock solid.
It is rock solid.
They tell
today.
me you performed beautifully in the function too, Matt.
Just a couple of
good
little
at it.
Q&As, you blokes.
Did you?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was really good. Sean Ryan was a great chat. And I thought I was talking to Paddy Ryan, the horse trainer, mate.
It probably was, mate. Sean's probably not even
Video
in town.
star.
Is Sean a barrister?
Yeah, very switched on.
Yeah.
And I got it out of him.
Paddy's very clever
I
too.
got it out of him because I asked the question and I said, now listen, you finished umpiring here, mate. I want you to tell me, and I know the answer to this. Tell me who you actually barracked for as a kid and who you followed. Do you know the answer, you
Richmond.
boys?
It wasn't North Melbourne.
Tigers.
I knew he was a Tiger.
No wonder they've won 3
I
flags.
knew he was a Tiger.
He
You
was
could
a
tell.
Tiger. He was a Tiger. So there you go. But yeah, no, it's just it's really exciting, isn't it? Things are starting to happen. There's a great crowd getting in here, and I must admit, I'm looking forward to this contest. And in regards to the contest, and Adam Wine's definitely taking his place, boys. He's run out.
Oh
there.
yeah, he's out there warming
He's led
up.
the team out there. Billy Smet's obviously another one that's under a bit of an injury claim. What do we think's going to happen? Are these conditions going to keep the game a little bit closer, do you think,
we've
Till?
discussed these conditions. If the rain comes, we just think it might stop that high pace game, which might actually suit North Warrnambool a little bit more, considering the hard run they've had into this grand final. But it's just hard to say what the weather's going to do, boys, isn't it? We
Well,
can't
it
really
could still
see
be
from
fine,
this.
couldn't
It could be,
from
yeah.
here on in.
Yeah, it could be. But I think
It
one
dries
thing's
out
for
quick,
sure.
though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
The
it
rain
does,
actually
yeah.
dries out.
It's going to be pretty fierce opening. There's no love lost between these two sides. So
it'll be
they're
on.
not each other's best friends, let's be honest about it.
It'll be on.
Be a pretty fierce opening, yeah. Be a few boys throwing their weight around and,
They'll be testing a few out, I reckon. They'll be testing a few players out.
Well, I spoke before, Wines will get tested with his shoulder. He has to. And they were pretty physical with Bailey Jenkinson last time those two sides played. So I think he'll probably...
And he's one of the key players.
He's a
in
super
his run,
player,
isn't he?
yeah.
He just creates so much
Yeah.
across that half-back line,
Yeah,
and I'd be very surprised if, maybe a McHenry or someone doesn't go to him across half-back just to make him a bit more accountable.
And if they're struggling a bit, he's got that ability to go and play in the midfield too, which is a great string to have to your bow, to be able to flick from half-back into the midfield. So, and I guess when you look at Croyd's half-back line, Ben Dobson can do the same thing.
Yeah.
He can go and play half-back and go and play midfield, and he can also go and pinch hit forward. So plenty of versatility from both sides.
Do you think, obviously, with the youthfulness of the Croyd side, you've got 8 or 9 debutants in there that haven't played a grand final before. Do you feel like, obviously there's, North have got a bit of experience in there as well. Do they sort of ruffle a few feathers
on that side of I guess the equation, obviously with the little niggles that North have got with a couple of players, the inexperience of the Saints, do they sort of try and delve into that factor of the game?
Possibly, but you've got to be pretty aware that it's all right to say there might be a few niggles and that sort of thing, but last thing you can afford in a final is someone getting sent off.
Or 50-metre
penalty, giving away a few cheap goals. So I'll come back to bite you later in the day. So I think both sides will be emphasising first into the footy, do the basics well, keep your discipline. Especially early in the contest.
And I think you've got to, don't you? Because, all that kind of stuff comes right into play and it can be so crucial at crucial times. North Football Eagles have had such a hard campaign to get here, haven't they, boys? Like, it hasn't been an easy road. They had that tied game against the Roosters. They had the extra time. But does that make it match hardened today?
Well, we've discussed that too, Stuart. Yeah, that could go either way.
Sorry, boys.
You can't be everywhere, mate. You can't be.
I'm catching up on everything. I apologise. I've been in and out all day too.
I'm just disappointed I didn't have a little screen with you performing in the function.
Hey, and the netball's just got underway too, Hilly, in the A-grade netball. By the looks of it, it looks like the Roosters are off to a bit of a fly there. 3 leading the Cobden Bombers 1 in open netball. And the Bombers, of course, Trent, going for their first ever open premiership.
Yeah, absolutely. Great story. And they've been there close so many times before, the Bombers. So there's a real steel of desire to try and get this one in. So they'll be doing everything. But in saying that, though, too, the Roosters, young side, impressive, well coached. They're looking for their chance to, win their first one in about 30 years. So, yeah, plenty to play out in that one.
Back to the footy, boys. With Croydon playing 3 games in 6 weeks, it'll be interesting to see if they're a little bit sluggish out of the blocks. It can often happen when you've had week off play, week off play.
And then, Tildy, you've got to take into account too the missed game against Port Fairy with the forfeit.
Well, that's the one they weren't factoring in.
No, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And look, Chris McLaren's a master coach, and he would have trained the boys for a lot of intensity, but training just can't replace that match practice.
Oh, and especially the match practice that North have had. Tough, hard games. So that is the real element of the game. That's the most interesting element. Is the fresh side advantaged, or is that toughened, hardened side advantaged?
Yeah, and we can surmise about it all we like, but we won't know till 5 o'clock tonight.
That's right.
I was going to ask last week, boys. Billy Smets was obviously under an injury cloud. How did he perform last week?
Second half was good.
Pretty good.
Slow in the first half, but I reckon second half really sort of shown his skill and importance of that midfield group. And
did he play midfield, rotate bench, or did he play midfield forward?
He played a bit on the wing too, and I like him on the wing, and I reckon he might spend a bit of time there today.
Boys, just quickly, because they're about to line up, or they're starting to get players and umpires ready for the national anthem. I want to tip Eyes Kelson.
Koroit.
I'm going to stick with Koroit. Sam Dobson for one of the medals for mine too.
Koroit in a real close game, and I think McCutcheon might take the Ron High medal today.
Right, I'm going to stick with the Koroit Saints too, and I am going to go with Alex Chumpy Pulling for a medal this afternoon. You didn't give us a medal, Ice.
Let me think about this just for a moment, because I don't want to pick the same as you. I was pretty keen on McCutcheon in the conditions. I'm going to go for Horsler, the ruckman.
Yeah, Horsler, right. I love it, big fella. Umpires getting themselves geared up down there. Uncle Lockie Eccles, of course, to do a welcome to country too as well. And we might go downstairs now to Peter Canady and the crew, which is not too far away. So the Saints, we might just leave it for a minute because both clubs are just getting together and making their way over here this afternoon too. So let's go downstairs to Philip Possum Kelly, who's our boundary rider this afternoon. And Poss, honestly, what's the atmosphere like downstairs, big fella?
I said a little earlier on to the right of you guys, it's almost pockets through that stand area and that new retaining wall there, which is a really good acquisition to the ground, and there's crowd right through to the end of the Warrnambool Social Club on that little tiered area in front of the Social Club too. Umpires' rooms is chockers. There's plenty of people over on that far side of the ground under those marquees, and as I said, once the netball concludes, all the people will filter into the crowd as well. So it's a massive crowd, and I think it's great. And we're in for a reasonable day. We're going to get those showers intermittently, no doubt, throughout the day, but I think all in all it's going to be pretty good for footy. And just out of interest, boys, if you're interested, I think I picked North to win it at the start of the year. So I guess I can't go past that. And I think that Bailey Jenkinson will be best on ground.
Beautifully done, Poss. That is our selection. So 4 with the Saints, 1 with the North Warrnambool Eagles. And players now lining up for the national anthem as we head into our 2022 Hampden Football Netball League Grand Final. And little Indy Bolsh, great story, of course, daughter of Clinton, is going to toss the coin after this anthem as well. And a really big crowd getting in here too, which is just great to see. It's Hampden footy at its best. You can stream it through the 3YBFM Facebook page. The team at Fitzmedia have done an absolutely magnificent job as well. Let's get into Lockie Eccles for his welcome to the country.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters and all. Yarawa Tima Merani, Ye Marapa Wangu Wanyu Mapamil, Arame Kurake Pan Yapon, Nakduro Waranu Makurake, Yapun Pan Yaraketong, Yarawa, Ye Ten, Naranyin, Tunyatak Pawarak.
And an acknowledgement to country, the Hampden Football Netball League acknowledges the traditional custodians on the land we are on today, the Peak Wurrong people of the Gunditjmara Ma Nation. We acknowledge their spiritual connection to the land and the waters, and we pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, for they hold the history, the cultural traditions and the hopes of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people across southwest Victoria. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, can I ask you all please to be upstanding, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. There we go, boys and girls. All the best to North Warrnambool and Koroit. Could we please invite the captains forward, and representing one of our major sponsors, Sun Gold Milk, would also like to invite forward Indy Bolsh, representing Sun Gold Milk, who's going to toss the coin for us today. Of course, Indy, daughter of the late, great Clinton Bolsh, and it's great to have Indy here today representing Sun Gold Milk, who's going to toss the coin for us in front of our officiating umpires.
Great little moment here too for little Indy Bolsh, and the coin goes up into the air, and it looks like it might be Adam
North
Wines.
Warrnambool have won the toss and they're kicking to the town end. Congratulations, North Warrnambool. Thanks very much, Indy. Thanks to Sun Gold.
There you go, Possum Kelly down there on the boundary, mate. The Eagles have won the toss, Poss, and they're going to kick with, what do you reckon, how many goals in this breeze, if any?
He's actually chose to kick from the town end, boys, which is quite interesting, because if there's any advantage, it is slightly to the hockey end, but it is swirling a bit. As I said earlier on, when you were in the other room, that when the rain comes, the wind virtually drops. So there's not a huge advantage to either end, but if anything, it's to that hockey end. And the umpires, boys, Jamie Lake and Steve Walker from the Warrnambool umpires, and I've checked this out, boys. Joachim Reimers. From the Hamilton.
He's been a fantastic umpire all year, Reimers.
Today. So looking forward to it, boys. The culmination of what's been a fantastic year on Hampden League Live or Hampden League Footy. Have a good call.
Beautifully done, Poss, wearing the sponsor's hat downstairs. And don't forget, if you're tuning in for the first time, if the first score this afternoon in this senior footy is a goal, McDonald's are going to give every single person in here a cheeseburger. How good is that?
That's magnificent, Shuey.
And there's people here from far and wide. I just noticed around the corner here, Mottawarri Football Club, the home of the Ablets.
That's right, yep.
Just in front of us. I haven't seen any Ablets yet, but he's been here on Grand Final Day.
They're having a couple of refreshments too.
Well, I'd say they're on a bit of a footy trip or something, but hey, it's a great crowd, all right. Possum alluded to, and most of them are on our side, of course, Matty, so it's a bit hard for us to even realise how many are here, but it looks like a bumper crowd.
Oh, it's getting exciting now as players going out into positions, and I'm keen to see where Adam Wines goes, boys. He's going down back, so that is big. He's going to take a big key role, who he goes to. We'll watch this space, but he is going to line up across half back by the looks of it.
Dobson.
Grundy is going to line up forward. I like this move too for the North Warrnambool Eagles, because I just reckon he's got a bit of X factor, that kid. He went forward late in that final quarter and kicked a couple. And it's getting pretty dark here, to be honest. And over at the netball, the Bombers are in front 8-6, Illy.
Yeah, 2-goal lead to the Bombers, so a nice little patch of play there. So still plenty to play out, still early in that big grand final over at the netball courts.
Right, I'll tell you what, umpires getting ready to hold the ball aloft. Nathan Vardy up against Big Jezza Heusler. It's game on in the 2022 Hampden Footy Grand Final.
Oh, Big Jezza up against Vardy, and off we go. And it's Horsley got it down to pulling, kick towards half forward, big fly. And a punched away there by James. Coming through is Birmingham. They're jumping on it hard. Paddy O'Sullivan in there as well. Fighting through is Jared Lewis. McCutcheon inside forward 50 for the first time. Sammy Dobson, can he kick it going, get the cheeseburgers on the left towards goals. It's going to be Couch marking.
Oh, no, give us another chance.
It's a point.
Can we retry?
Nothing.
And it's a 1 point there.
Bring him off. Bring Dobson off.
It is
No
a point.
cheeseburgers for the patrons at the Reed.
Might get a hash brown instead, boys.
That is unbelievable. He had a good look at it too, Dobson, and just keep an eye on Adam Wines, boys. I tell you what, he is carrying that shoulder. He is playing in a little bit of pain, I reckon, but he's courageous. He's a Wines. He's tough. He's hard at it. So the Eagles now trying to build something. Sinclair flies. Good fist over the top. Here comes McCutcheon. A quick snap out of the body. Couch goes through his hands. Here's little Neve. No, picked up by the praying mantis. Cora goes to pulling. Pulling on the right boot. High up and under. Sitting underneath it is little Connor Byrne. And he takes a nice chest mark uncontested. About 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle, Tildy.
Yes, very important kick just to settle the nerves here for a young player in a grand final, but wet conditions, it's suited Dylan McCutcheon early, boys. Couple of touches, ball touches early in the game.
Oh, and I tell you what, the rain's coming down at Caulfield too. Byrne comes in. That's the first goal of the afternoon. Connor Byrne, the youngster, son of a gun, Peter. And the Saints go to 1-1-7 on the Shojan Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard. North Warrnambool Eagles yet to score.
Does that get us a junior burger?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, I just got a text message from Anthony Negro from McDonald's, boys, and he said to me, double it up at the first score in the third quarter. Okay,
Can't be any fairer than that, Stewie.
So he just messaged and he said, I'll tell you what we're going to do, big fella. He said, first score in the third quarter. If it's a goal, cheeseburgers all round again.
I know we're concentrating on the footy and we will continue to do so, but it's pouring rain at Caulfield, and Aft Cabin, the Guineas favourite, has absolutely bolted him.
And I'd say we'll be scratching him in the boat, I'd say.
Yeah, the boat's in the float.
Hey, McCutcheon in the business again to Byrne. Good handball. McCutcheon busy early. Jumping on it there was O'Sullivan. They jump on it in numbers, the North Warrnambool Eagles. And we'll have a stoppage on the attacking side of centre wing. Out of side here at the Reed Oval, favouring the Croydon Saints. The lead by 7 points, 2.5 minutes gone. First term, Vardy with a big spike down. And they've got about 30 metres. Coming out to meet it was Felix Jones. Bolsh jumps on the football. Here comes the Eagles. It's Grundy. Didn't control it. Goes for a second effort. Chip kick and finds Austin Sinclair 45 metres out. This boy can kick it. He's got a big kick. Just go back and have a shot, Austin.
Aussie.
He's certainly within range.
He's a beautiful kick. He's just looking a little bit unsure of what he wants to do.
Back
He's going to
yourself,
play on.
son.
He has to kick it. He's going to play on. Oh, it's on the ball. He was told to play on, and Connor Byrne gets the free kick. He was a little bit slow to release.
There must have been much talk out there. I know it's probably noisy, but gee, he was collared, wasn't he?
He was certainly collared. He just didn't have the awareness. He just wasn't. He should have just gone back and kicked it for mine. He was just nervous.
Or take off as soon as you get it. One or the
absolutely.
other.
Nice mark taken on the far outer side by Heusler. Kick goes inboard, taking a nice mark. Cutting that off was James. So James now on that far outer side. Going to be a lot of play out there over at the netball. It's 10-9. Cobden's way over the Roosters. Little chip kick there to Lukey Wines. Happy to chip it around the Eagles. Goes inboard there to Porter. Drop the chesty. Back to Wines. He runs into trouble in Dobson. Back to Porter. Porter just gets it on the boot quickly. Going to be sitting underneath it there and take it. Nice mark. That's a Matco Hire highlight. That's the Mack truck, Mac Peterson. And he's taking a beauty. And he spots up his best friend in Tommy Bolsh. Bolsh has got a player on here in Neve. Neve's got a running McPherson if he wants to use him, decides not to. Go back to Goodall. Sporting the romper stomper out there is Goodall. How many grand finals and premierships has he won? About 7 or 8, boys?
Wayne Billings, Billy.
He's a freak. Here goes the Mac Peterson again. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Good tackle it was. Well, could have been holding the football. Gets his kick away. Here's big Jack O'Sullivan. A little bit of volleyball action there. Sinclair spots it for the Eagles. Good kick and finds Felix Jones.
Yeah, Jones was enormous last week. He'll just look to control things, to just settle things down. So Jones can go short to Parrish, and he finds him. Still up the ground a little bit. He can go over the top to Keast. Running further afield there was Johnston. Foul. Keast got the handball over, looking for big Joe McKinnon. Diving at it, there was Mac Peterson. Sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Poss, let's go down to you all. Thanks to Rent for keeps on the boundary.
Good on you, Hilly, and under the middies, left field umbrella too, which is magnificent. Thanks to Peter King. But no, good start, boys. Plenty contested ball, and they're just both feeling each other out at this stage.
5 minutes in, 1-1-7. The Saints leading. Good punch away there by Callett on that occasion. Peterson, a little chip kick, only as far as Birmingham. So Birmingham still 50 from home. A take it one of his best. Running on there was Jenkinson. And Birmingham going back. And he's going to try and put it to the top of the goal square. Plays on. Big kick. And 50, it's 50. Encroaching on the mark there, the Saints. And it's going to put Birmingham at point-blank range to reduce the margin back to 1 point. Umpire Ramaz said you just encroached too closely there. And Jet Birmingham for the Eagles will kick the first for the North Warrnambool side in this 2022 grand final. He'll kick from about a metre out. Birmingham comes in, makes no mistake, and it's a 1 point game on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard. Eyes Kelson.
Yeah, a great start. Well, great start to the game, really. Both sides really careful with the footy. They're a lot of chip kicking, but they're just making sure that they maintain possession and waiting for something to open up. So both sides playing a very similar brand at the moment. And even though we've had rain, the ball's bouncing like it's a dry day. There's no issue in terms of, the ball not sitting up for you.
No, you're right there, Eyes. The ball seems to be a little skidding on a little bit. I think we'll find so far in the contest, Vardy's gone for that big hit, meterage hit, probably twice already. I think if this rain continues, he'll go to try to take meterage a lot around ground stoppages all day.
He's been enormous, Vardy, in this final series thus far.
Player of the finals, hasn't he?
West Coast Eagles Premiership Ruckman, ex-Cat.
Ooh, yes, the Cat.
The big Cat attack. Umpire Jamie Lake balls it up in the middle. This time it's Hoysler over the top. Big fist forward that time by Hoy. Here's Keast. He can't quite gather. Pulling in Keast. It's going to be a pivotal battle on that far outer side. He can't pick it up. The Chubster does now. Dispossessed. Ball goes out of bounds. We're going to have a ball up in front of the makeshift grandstands on that far outer side, Tilts.
Yeah, interesting, boys, that come grand final day, I see Ben Goodall start straight bang in the middle of the ground.
Under those two grandstands, you wouldn't want to be trying to get your wallet out of your pocket because there's no room for movement, is there?
No.
Jammed in their eyes.
Yeah, they are jam-packed. COVID's a thing of the past, boys. There's that big fist away from the big man, Vardy. Fists at 15, 20 metres further on, and we're going to have another ball up. On the far outer side here, it is the Koroit Saints 1-1-7, North Warrnambool Eagles 1 straight 6, Shojin Rockhard Concrete scoreboard. And over at the netball, all thanks to McLaren Hunt Financial Group, it's 11-10, Cobden leading the South Warrnambool Roosters. So Vardy, no one really wins it down. It's a 0-0 draw. There's Goodall. Can't quite gather due to Green. Desperate. Mooney out to pulling. It's a slippery agate, let's be honest. It's like a bar of soap when you have that spa bath every now and then, Eyes. And it's hard to pick up.
You have them often, Matt.
So 1-1-7 Koroit, 1 straight 6 North Warrnambool. Tildy, just your thoughts on the first 8 minutes?
It's great. We've got a really even contest. I think it looked a bit dangerous for North Warrnambool early, but they've worked their way back in the game nicely.
Vardy, good tap down, hit it over the back, looking for Grundy. He'd got his ball ricocheting. Good pick up, Jones. Here comes Johnston with a forward kick. O'Sullivan paddles it forward. McKinnon paddles it back. Parrish got it stuck to his chest, and McPherson wasn't letting him go. And we'll have a throw up 49 metres out from the Eagles' goal. They're kicking from the city end this quarter, the North Warrnambool Eagles.
I know we're pumping his tyres up a bit early, boys, but this entry's also come back. Got two Vardy's flip over the back there from the wing.
Here's Birmingham, reads it nicely. Quick kick out of the pack. Parrish deep in the pocket. Ball's trickling over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw-in.
I don't think people realise, but I've really watched him closely the last 2 or 3 weeks. His ruck work has been phenomenal.
But he's having a big blow too. He's working hard, Matt, isn't he?
He's loving it, the big fella. He's thriving on it.
Well, it's great to see guys come down from that level and be really invested.
Oh, absolutely.
So this time it's McKinnon. Deep in the forward 50. Coming through there is Benny Dobson. Goes to ground. Stacks on the mill. Parrish is in there for the Eagles. There's the little maestro and Hoy. Gets the handball out. They're calling for deliberate, and Jamie Lake not having a bar of it. I reckon he's got the nude nut shined up for the day. 2 eyes. He's looking magnificent.
Looks a lot like Hilly.
He's looking more and more like Hilly.
And not a player forward to centre, boys.
Yeah, so the press is on here, isn't it? Philip Possum Kelly on the boundary, all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, good on you, Stewie. Lots of changes, lots of rotations by North Warrnambool, more so than Croydon at those early stages, so particularly through the midfield. So it looks like they're going to rotate heavily for much of the day, boys.
Nice diving mark taken there by the praying mantis in Corowa. He kicks long, looking for Dobson. Look at that body work on Wines. He's got a player on over the back, pulling if he can get it to him. He goes the other way, looking for little Gyra Neve. Will it sit up? No, it won't. And the ball goes out of bounds, and we're going to have a ball up, and he's dangerous, Dobson, isn't he, Hilly?
Oh, absolutely. And how's the bounce? Just the bounce and carry off the ground here. It's pinging here at the Reed Oval, that is for sure. So it's a 1-point margin, 10 minutes on the Battery World time clock. We thank Battery World for their support of 2022. Boundary throw in. Then we've got a real clear, decisive tap. There was a bit of a joint partnership on that occasion. Free kick, North Warrnambool Eagles, and Bailey Jenkinson, a damaging halfback flanker, will take it just inside his defensive 50. So Jenkinson, what a season he's had. Finished well in the Maskell medal last weekend. Got some purchase on the kick. Big fly, Joey McKinnon waiting. Down was Dion Johnston. Rip without the football. Free kick. And this is the one bloke that they really need to fire. He's an X factor in these big games. It's Dion Johnston.
I think it's important he gets involved early.
Yep, gets his hands
in the game.
Absolutely. So Johnston, he's a big kick. Kicks towards the half-forward line. They get the numbers back. Good contest. Grundy waiting. Flicks it over the back there. Only as far as Goodall. Around the body he goes.
He's been good early, hasn't he, Goodall?
Sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw. And he's just absolutely. And
remember that grand final? What do you have, 46 or 46?
I do remember it quite well.
Tildy,
a couple of Ron Hoys, 8-time premiership player. Impressive CV.
Has he won 8 flags?
I think he's won 8.
That's unbelievable, mate. What a stat.
So he can equal Wayne Billings today, is that correct?
He possibly can. You're right, Oys. So it's Heuser and young Callett now for the Eagles. He's had a good year too, Benny Callett. So it's going to be a big day for Heuser and Corowa. They're coming up against Vardy and Callett. Big Jezza this time. Taps it down. Birmingham scouting. Good tackle there by Paddy O'Sullivan. Coming through there is Callett on cue. And Ramirez says, give it to me. We're going to have a ball up, boys.
Pretty much even Stevens in terms of, sometimes you can see a side have a little bit of a slow start, but intensity-wise, they've both bought it, I reckon, Till.
No, I agree, mate. It looked as like Croyd's favour early on, but North Warrnambool lift in general play here.
There goes Corowa now. Gathers, beautiful pick-up by the big man. Dispossessed. The Eagles faithful, looking for holding the ball, and the free kick will go to Keast.
They're working hard, the Eagles midfielders.
Smack bang on centre wing. Harry Keast, he's got options short. Chooses to go a little bit longer. The snooze man's the target. Goes through the hands there. Coming through is Benny Dobson. He's dispossessed. Good pick up there by Jackie O'Sullivan. Coming through there was Keast. Well done. Heusler, big hit there as well. Corowa, a little bit of friendly fire. The intensity just lifting ever so slightly in this last couple of minutes, boys.
Pretty hot footy, boys.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, young Tudor Green doesn't shirk a contest, Tildy.
No, he puts his head over the footy every week, Hilly. There's no problems there at all.
So Corowa, Callett. That's the ruck duo coming through with Smets. He's all wrapped up. That's holding the ball. He took him on. And the free kick's going to go to Paddy O'Sullivan.
Red hot.
Yeah, wasn't much opportunity there.
Oh, jeez.
O'Sullivan, chip kick, and went through the fingers of Goodall. And Susie White just goes over and gives a little friendly butt there to Benny Goodall. Just lets him know that he's slipped one through the fingers.
It's the first one ever on
yeah, that's right.
don't rattle the cage, Benny Goodall.
So we've played 13 minutes, grand final, first quarter, and as the Eagles trailing by 1 point, it's 1 straight 6 to 1-1-7. Hot footy. Here's Gyra Neve trying to work it forward, create something. Got a little toe poke. Jenkinson, he's wrapped up, but he's taken too high from Byrne. He was more or less trying to get a piggyback. And Jenkinson will take the free kick on true centre wing.
Oh, he's a good player, this kid, Bailey Jenkinson. Team of the year half-back. Beautiful kick. Look at that. Spots up Johnson. That's Dion.
Johnson started promising, hasn't he?
He has. He's imposing himself. Whitehead's picking him up. Goes back to Batten now. The veteran for the Eagles. Game number 253. There's Lukey Wines, the youngest of the Wines brothers. Goes inboard to Jackie Johnston, son of Paul. PJ.
Or tell you what,
Would have been
nearly
50, and it is 50.
It had to be. It had to be.
Another 50-metre here, and this could be 2 goals from 50-metre penalty. So Jack Johnston.
And he was sort of half sucked into that, I think, Hoy. Absolutely. For a player of his smarts, it was just...
It's a hard rule, though, isn't it?
Oh,
Because
it is, but you've got to clear
him
him comfortably, don't you? Like, he was right on him there.
Interesting, boys, that when Vardy had a spell, he didn't go to the goal square. He come off the ground for his 2-minute rest. Wasn't off for long.
No, he's just going to have his breather on the benches today, I reckon, boys. So Jackie Johnson comes in.
50s too.
For the North Warrnambool Eagles, second of the afternoon, he shanked it to the left, goes through for a minor score. So that's the let-off for the Saints there. 1-1-7 North Warrnambool, 1-1-7 Koroit Saints. We have played nearly 15 minutes in this first term on the Battery World Time Clock. Hampden League Live Grand Final live from Reed Oval.
Hey, let's go around the netball courts, all thanks to the McLaren Hunt Financial Group. The South Warrnambool currently leading 16-15, so a tight game over there at the netball. Big crowd in attendance as well. So Ben Dobson with the kicking duties, goes to that outer side, long kick, looking for a bit of distance, knee through his fingers, recovers well and gathered and just got meterage with the kick. Working back there is Wines, goes through to Will Couch, works it to Pulling, loses it, chases it up. Can he contain himself and just try and get that clean pick up? He doesn't. Sees the boundary line, will have a boundary throw in.
It's like a bar of soap, isn't it?
Yeah, well, when Pulling can't pick it up, and he's struggled to on a couple of occasions, it means it's pretty slippery, doesn't it?
Hey, Poss, let's go down here, all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. Interesting rotation that Koroit have got going. When Jeremy Hoysler has his spell out of the ruck, he comes off the ground, and Jira Neave goes onto the ground. So he's in that the big and the little, if you like, and then Corowa goes in the ruck, whereas Vardy and Callett are interchanging for North.
So Cora with a free kick, nice segue. He'll go long inside, forward 50, deep in the pocket. Dobson flies at the back. There is Jira Neave, and a nice little chip across the face of goal. Couldn't quite trap it, and just bounced over that boundary line for a boundary throw. He looks dangerous, Neave, when he gets a footy. Just getting metre, he's just dumping it forward and getting territory.
He gave away a couple of free kicks early, but his last 3 possessions have been telling, Hilly.
Tell you what, he's been everything too, Neave. Don't worry about that. He's sure with his hands, goes through the hands there of Cora at the back of the pack. Here's Port. He just kicks it off the ground, gains some valuable meterage. It's going to come back, though, because the ball sits up for Pulling, goes back to Mooney, steps around one, kicks long and strong. Eagles got numbers here. Good fist at the back. Here's Neave again, same pocket, snapper, and the way to go! Lucas Brothers snag of the day! That was brilliant football, and Jira Neave goes bang! And that was as good as you'll see. Koroit 2-1-13, North Warrnambool Eagles 1-1-7. Scotty Carter, that was something special.
Quality player. He's just fitted in the Hampden League level with no problems at all. Just clean, makes good decisions, and as we've seen there, very good at taking his opportunities. He's got a few Senate account stats, boys. 5 entries each, inside 50s, and the battle between Dallas Mooney and Bailey Jenkinson is 2 possessions apiece.
There you go. So a tight contest between the two gun halfback flankers, and a nice goal from Neave. So they take the margin up to 6 points. McCutcheon with the clearing kick, 1-on-1. Wines and Dobson. Nice bit of body work there from Sam Dobson. Chasing it up there is Wines. Boundary's going to beat them all. We'll have a boundary throw in. Possum, let's go back down to you all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. Don't know if you noticed that contest then. I think Adam Wines is clearly restricted with that shoulder. It was an opportunity there to get his hands above his head, and he didn't go all that high. So I think definitely restricted, but I think as long as he plays Dobson close, which obviously he is at the moment, it could be still a little bit of an advantage to North.
Fraser Robb, free kick. He went in first and got the high contact, so he's 50 from home. So Fraser Robb, he'll look to put it to the top of the goal square. Corowa, Batten, drops short. Oh, chest mark almost taken. The Eagles in numbers. Batten, Wines, happy to concede. And a minor score to Koroit. 2-2-14 they lead. 1-1-7, 18 and a half minutes gone on the Battery World time clock. And this is Hampden League Grand Final 2022. McCutcheon's looked good early, hasn't he, too? Just a few clearances and that stoppage work.
Half a dozen touches, I'd say, Hilly. Conditions suit, too, slippery footy.
Absolutely. Ball's on that outer side wing, and no one can keep it in. We'll have another boundary throw in. His thoughts in the first sort of 19 minutes of this game?
Yeah, all pressure, isn't it? It's just whichever side can sort of take the most advantage when they go forward. That's been the only real difference.
So the ball's on the far outer side now. It's Corowa going up against the big man Vardy. Coming through there was McCutcheon. Pushed in the back that time was Benny Dobson. And umpire Stevie Walker from Harvey Norman Computers says that is a free kick at Dobson. Ben will get the resultant free kick for the Saints. He's on probably about 80 metres out from goal. 2-2-14 Koroit. North Warrnambool Eagles 1-1-7 Shojan Rock Hard Concrete. Dobson, usually a beautiful kick of the football, just kicks to a pack. Coming out the middle was Jenkinson. Fraser Robb taken high. Umpire says, no, you're not going anywhere. That was Ramirez. And we will have a ball up about 40 metres out. Up again, Cora and Vardy. Big fist away that time by the big Vards. Here goes McCutcheon. Swings onto the right boot. Going back with the football. Good fist away that time. Who was that?
Tom Batten, I think.
That was Tommy Batten. That probably saved a certain mark.
Mark in the goal square. Hasn't McCutcheon been good early, boys?
He's been very good, Tilt.
You're just going to get that medal.
I think I'll pick that one, boys.
Calling it early, 2-Tilt, 2-3-15 Saints, 1-1-7.
Not going the early cross, Stewie.
North Warrnambool Eagles, 20 minutes gone. First term action here, Hampden League Grand Final.
Smads kicks in. Jenkinson couldn't mark, and now it's in the hands of Porter. He'll go down centre wing. O'Sullivan, Whitehead slipped through his fingers. He read it beautifully, Jack O'Sullivan. Looking for Couch. He wasn't expecting it. Porter through traffic. Goes by hands to Harry Keese. Bangs it on the boot. And a nice reaching mark there by big Tommy Bolsh. He's a big lump of a lad, isn't he, young Bolshy? Yep. Goes short, finds McPherson. So McPherson now, he's been in, I think he's played a grand final and won a premiership every year he's been here at Koroit. Numbering 5. He missed out on the first one. I'm led to believe. Here's Jack O'Sullivan. High up and under kick. 1-on-1. Wines. Got the fist in. Jackson Grundy at the fall of the ball. Corridor he goes. And he finds Dion Johnston. So Johnston's had a bit of activity early. He'll go the switch kick. Lukey Wines just runs off his half back. Trying to set something up for his beloved North Warrnambool Eagles. 8 points to the margin. 21 minutes gone. Short by foot. Didn't get a great bit of purchase on that. Nicely read there by Fraser Robb. Dispossessed. Jackson Grundy chasing it down. Works it back to Birmingham. He'll look to go through the corridor. Oh, and he just got away around 3. Johnston sidesteps. He'll go tackled by Goodall. Good enough to get it released. Bobs falls to the ground. Sinclair looking for Dion Johnston. He's gang tackled by 2. And we're going to have a ball up 49 metres out from the North Warrnambool Eagles goal.
I tell you what I'm loving. I'm loving the fact that North are still prepared to take the game on. It's a formidable foe, Koroit, but they're not frightened to bring it through the middle, give themselves every chance. It comes with risk, but it will also come with reward.
Geez, that was clever play by Birmingham. He just stepped through 3 or 4 there. I love watching him play.
Class act.
Porter dives on the football. There could have been given a free kick. Handball into open space. Here's the Moon Man. He's dispossessed. Could have been in the back. Umpire says play on. Felix Jones been magnificent. Here goes Hoy. Oh, he's met hard. Good handball, though. Free kick. Yes, it's going to come back to the skipper of the Koroit Saints. How many flags for Hoy? Is he 6?
I think 6. I think he's got, I think
2 at Warrnambool. And I reckon he'd have 4 at the Saints or 3.
He earned that free kick too. Put his head over the footy well there.
Oh, he's a bull. He's Liam Hoy. He's a big, long kick of the football, too. Nice mark taken on that far outer side. Umpire says no. And it's 20 all over there at the netball. Roosters v Cobden. Cobden looking to win their first ever open netball grand final.
Blackie be?
Pacing. He'd be nervous. The great man. So the ball's on the far outer side now. Vardy up against Hoysler. That's a big heave in too. Bit of a 0-all draw for mine. Grundy's there off the ground by pulling. And we're going to have another ball up on that far outer side, Treddy Hill. We have ticked over 22 and a half minutes. 2-3-15 Koroit, North Warrnambool 1-1-7. Shojan, Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard.
Hey, Tildy, inside forward 50s, all thanks to Syndicate Account Stats.
7 to Koroit and 6 to North Warrnambool.
Yeah, so pretty even, absolutely. Look at that fist down from Vardy and a little volleyball spike there from Hoy. And Tommy James happy to concede and deliver it. No formidable attempt there from Tommy James to keep it in. And umpire Lake says it's a free kick to the Koroit Saints, so they'll take it. So Fraser Robb been busy. Goes to half forward. Corriwer sets himself. Batten at the back. Almost took an absolute screamer. Coming through there was Harry Keese. Lost the football. Plenty of players around the contest. And we'll have a throw up about 49 out from the Saints goal. 8 points the margin. 23 and a half minutes gone first term. And Possum Kelly, let's go down to you all. Thanks for Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. Interesting Koroit bench, boys. Matty Buck doing some work there with Chris McLaren this afternoon. So we'll see Bucky back at Koroit.
Hey, kick in there and a nice mark taken there by Adam Wines. They're calling for a boundary throw in, but it was a mark. It was just inside the line. with an absolute banged-up shoulder from last week. That was a beautiful mark. So we go short to Luke Wine, his brother. They love chipping around. Short kick to Keys. Coming in late there was Hoy. Nothing in that one. And Hoy will stand the mark, and Wines will get the ball back into the hands of Harry Key. So put him under a little bit of pressure there, the youngster. He'll go short by foot. Porter, what a year he's had. First year at the Eagles after crossing from Merivale. Smets is his target, and Billy takes a nice mark in front of McHenry. So on the defensive side of centre wing, broadcast side, 8 points to the margin. Croy 2-3, leading North Warrnambool 1-1. He works back and retreats to Adam Wines. So Wines now just looking to try and find a gap. They set up so well defensively, the Croy Saints, and he's got no other option to go down the line. McKinnon front position, Parrish flies, numbers for the Saints float back. Dobson tries to evade, and he concedes the ball over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
So we couldn't have long to play. We're just about to tick into 25 minutes gone in this first term.
He's in sunshine now, boys.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It's like a little sun shower or something, isn't it now? It's just magnificent. It's a lot brighter than when we started too. Not the best throw in that time. Caught them all off guard. Here's Paddy O'Sullivan. He's dispossessed. Corowa jumps on the football. Flicks it out the back. Porter gathers. Good smother that time by Paddy O'Sullivan. He goes pulling. Taken without the football. The ball goes out of bounds right in front of the little sidewinder downstairs, Possum Kelly. And what's the crowd like, Poss?
Yeah, massive, Stewie. And just as I said, we're bathed in sunshine. We're getting a little brief shower. So we've got everything. We've got absolutely everything. It's actually raining, but it's sunny. So work that one out, boys. We might even get a little bit of a rainbow out there to the south a bit later on.
There's the big Vardy. Just pumps it forward again. Here goes Johnson. Takes him on. Looking for holding the football. McHenry comes through hard. So's Felix Jones. Mooney gathers. Oh, that's a good pick-up. Look at Neve. He's dispossessed that time. You can hear the crowd downstairs not happy. Too high goes to Karoit. And Connor Byrne, the youngster, kicked the first goal of the afternoon. If you joined us to the Maccas jackpot to the third quarter, if it's a goal at the start of the third quarter, the cheeseburgers will still stand. So Connor Byrne now. Very defensive game thus far, isn't it? They're just getting numbers back both sides. Dobson, uncontested. That's mark number 2. Swings onto the right boot. Jack O'Sullivan's gone deep. Good fist that time. Over the top. Batten clearing now for the North Warrnambool Eagles. It's a foot race. It's Harrington and Judah Green. Young v old. And the ball goes out of bounds. And we're going to have a ball up.
Really good reading of the play then from Tom Batten. Come off Cora, got there and got an outnumber for North Warrnambool and read that punch off the pack very well. Just a bit of experience coming into play early in the grand final.
And ballsy too, I reckon, a little bit too tilty because he was going at full pace. You know, if you overrun that, then you're on the back foot, aren't you?
He left his opponent one out in the goal square.
Absolutely. Vardy tapped down again. Hawser got the secondary tap. Trying to control it there was Harrington. Got it out with the handball too high, and I reckon it might have been McHenry actually. Taylor McHenry. So the number 16, he hasn't played in a Karoit flag. He'd love to add one to his work at Penshurst and also Panmure. Short kick finds Tommy Bolsh. Nice little pass there, and he finds pulling. So 8 points to the margin. We're nearing quarter time here in the grand final here at the Reed Oval. And Possum Kelly, let's go down to you, all thanks to Arts and K.
Yeah, thanks for Arts and K. Hilly, we've got an injury. Paddy O'Sullivan's just come off the Detroit holding his left knee. Now, I don't think it's a twist or anything. I think he just got a knock to it. So he's sitting down, and I think he'll be okay to get back.
Absolutely. Hope that's the case because he's been an absolute find this year again, Paddy O'Sullivan, Ice Kelson.
Absolutely has. And, mate, it's an intriguing game, isn't it? We just... there's not much in it. It's pretty even Stevens around the ball. Karoit probably just had a little bit of ascendancy in the last 10 minutes. And just a bit of news for Matty Stewart in case you haven't caught up.
I'm just getting the messages from little Dean Yender.
There's lots of late scratchings coming in. The track downgrade in Melbourne, and in the boat is on the float.
He's on the float and coming back. And
safe for another day.
Little Dino just messaged me. He said, scratched heavy. I said, yeah, he's a duffer on it, mate. And he said, good call. Good call.
Vardy in the ruck against Horsler. They're inside forward 50 for the Saints. Horsler got the chip kick out, but only as far as Wines, and that's Luke Wines in the long sleever.
He's had a great year this kid.
Great halfback flanker. It's a great lineup when you've got Jenkinson and Luke Wines running up your half-back line. Has to be quick with the kick and gets it out defensive 50. Johnson sets himself. Good pass. He would have had
best
7 or 8
line.
tackles, 7 or 8 touches, I reckon, Dion Johnston.
Eagles' best player so far.
So Johnson on true centre wing as we're getting closer to quarter time. Great kick into the corridor. Harry Keese can run on. Inside 50 he goes. Judah Green all by himself in the pocket. Oh, and he just had too much on it. And Green sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. But just that vision to go into the corridor and go long nearly paid off for the Eagles, Till.
Oh, that Johnson kick into the middle of the ground. He just weighted that ball perfectly.
Unbelievable, wasn't it? Just a good transfer of football there for the Eagles. They're certainly well and truly in this contest. They trail by, what's that, 8 points?
8 points, yep.
In this first term. And there can't be long to play either. We've ticked over nearly 30 minutes on the Battery World time clock here at the Reed Oval. A really healthy crowd. It's 25-23 at the netball. Roosters lead the Cobden Bombers. Here goes Smets trying to conjure something up. Felix Jones, he gets the handball at Harrington. Great gather. Gets it on to Neve. Neve, a little bit of space and time. Beautiful kick. And oh, look at that for a grab from Dobson. One-hander. Natco highlight of the day for mine. Tractor Smith would have liked that one. And Dobson, mark number 3 of the afternoon in these conditions. Going back there, Peterson. Couch comes through. There's Jet Birmingham. Happy to see the ball go out of bounds, and we're going to have a ball up right in front.
It's a long quarter, boys.
Yeah, had a lot of stoppages, haven't we? We have had a lot of stoppages. Hasn't been a lot of highlights in this first quarter, but it's been a good contest nonetheless. So Cora up against Callett. Big fist away that time by Cora. Coming through his bird. He's nice and hard. Gets it to Goodall. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Doesn't young Byrne love it nice and hard and tough?
Yeah, definitely. And a good finisher. That set shot for goal. The first goal of the game was quality.
Hey, let's go down to the boundary. All thanks to Arts and K for a medical update. Possum Kelly.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. Not sure whether it's just continuing treatment or an actual injury, but Nathan Vardy's lying on his front, getting a lot of work done to his hip and groin area, boys, and looks like he's actually in a little bit of distress. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. They certainly couldn't do without him out there.
He's important to their chances. Free kick, bit off the ball. It's going to go in favour of the Saints. So we knew there was going to be some little spot fires here and there here at the Reed Oval, and Hoy, the recipients of the free kick.
Hoy will love it.
So 60 from home. The skipper, he'll drive it inside forward 50. Goes to the top of the square. Horsler waiting. Punched away by Callett. Paddy O'Sullivan gathers. He's wrapped up straight away by Jackson Grundy. And there is the quarter time siren. Quarter number 1 done here in the grand final here at the Reed Oval. And it's Keroit leading 2-3-15. North Warrnambool 1-1-7. Goal kickers to quarter time. 1 goal to Connor Byrne. Birmingham's kicked the goal for the Eagles, and I haven't even put the second goal kicker for Keroit.
I love it, mate. Beautifully done, Hilly. It was young Neve kicked that second goal in the pocket. It was a magnificent goal too. That'll be our Lucas brother snag of the day. It'd be hard to beat that one, Tildy Carter.
Goal in the grand final.
Not a lot happening, to be honest, in that first quarter.
It's a high-pressured game, Stewie. Seen it account stats. We have Keroit 11 entries inside 50 to North Warrnambool 7. And the 2 half-back flankers, 2 possessions apiece, Bailey Jenkinson and Dallas Mooney. But high-pressured game, as you think. I think it was vitally important that last 5 minutes of that quarter that North Warrnambool held on, didn't concede another goal. All of a sudden, the 8-point margins, quite gettable right in the game. Got out to 15 points at quarter time on a wet, slippery day. We would say not Keroit well on top. But all in all, pretty even contest, but just Keroit slightly on top. Although it's a bit hard to say which way the wind's favouring, boys, which is the scoring in. So probably Keroit just with their nose in front, reflected on the scoreboard.
And in the netball too, just before we go to a break, 27 Cobden, South Warrnambool 26. What a game we got over there. Let's take a break on Hampden League Live. Come back with second quarter action right after this.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolge Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport. Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
Woohoo! Woo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bosch Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical, with tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bosch Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings. We've got ya.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop. Time for you, time for me, love and everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. The sun gold.
3 steps: design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
On 3YB FM, this is Hampden League Live for Harvey Norman Computers, Carter Group and Peter Bosch Bridgestone.
Welcome back to Hampden League Live. Quarter number 2, not too far away. So at quarter time, it's Koroit 2-3-15. North Warrnambool Eagles 1-1-7. That's on the Shojan Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard. Tildy Carter, Trent Hill, Greg Kelson. How do we see that first term?
Plenty of pressure. Typical first quarter of a grand final. Reflected in the scoreboard. Only 3 goals kicked between both sides. But as I said just before we went to the break, I think Koroit marginally in front, obviously reflected on the scoreboard. And just in general, playing inside 50 is just marginally in front at the moment.
The way I saw it was that I thought it was a terrific start. And as you said, Koroit just with their noses in front, but not much in it. They've had their share of the ball, North. And as I said, it's just been about opportunities when they get inside 50 that North are just... Koroit have just been fortunate enough to snap one more than North, but nothing in it, I don't think.
No, I don't think there's been much in it at all. I think I love North Warrnambool's dare, that run and carry going through the corridor.
They've pulled the trigger a couple of times,
Yeah,
haven't they?
Absolutely. Johnson's kicks in the middle of the ground.
They'll keep doing it. I'm sure they'll keep going through the corridor because they've just got to keep creating opportunity.
Because if you continually kick down the line to Koroit's back 6, you're in
They'll
trouble.
love it. Yeah, correct.
Going to be an interesting second quarter coming up too at halftime. The Warrnambool Toyota $5,000 kick. 10 lucky participants will have a crack at $5,000. Then we'll have a couple of celebrity kickers as well in Jamara Ugle-Hagan, Zach Merritt.
You having a kick, Stuart?
Shawnee Ryan, no chance tilts. No chance whatsoever. Let's go downstairs to Philip Possum. Kelly Poss, what was the message at quarter time, mate?
Yeah, good on you, boys. I'm just going to try and grab Xavier Mills, if I can, who spoke to the back line, just to sort of get an indication of what they were saying, if I can, but I just can't find him at the moment, boys. So, Wiggsy was pretty happy. He just thought their conversion wasn't up to scratch. He said they had a few opportunities, and one we've seen there was young Judah Green down there in that quarter where he dropped an easy mark. So he just wants the conversion. He wants a little bit more care going forward, and a little bit steadying when they're sort of in that forward 50 with an opportunity to score.
Looking magnificent, mate, in that McDonald's hat too, big fella. Absolutely sensational.
As Pete Canadian, you boys said, boys, if we get a goal, first goal in the third quarter, we all get a cheeseburger. So let's root for our cheeseburger, eh?
Hey, what about the netball? 31 Cobden, South Warrnambool 29 Hilly. Where would that game be situated, mate? What time do you think?
I think we'd be sort of looking at that last quarter, to be honest with you, even maybe midway through. So we'll try and get a bit of a time look at over there. But, very, very tight over there. And that one won't end until the actual final minute, I think, because both sides are so close and have had some great hit-outs throughout the course of the year as well. So.
And former North Warrnambool coach Lee McCluskey sending through a message to say Facebook feed coming through bright and clear in Monkey Mire. So
Monkey Mire, West
he's
Australia.
in the west, Big Lee. Thanks, mate. Enjoy the day.
What a legend, Lee McCluskey, that is for sure. He'd be up here normally at the sponsors function with Leroy. Second quarter action underway here. We're going to have a secondary bounce through Jamie Lake. Jet Birmingham had a cracking first quarter for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Vardy and Heusler up again. Vardy flicks it over the back to that man, Birmingham on cue. And a dump tackle. So the free kick's going to go to Birmingham. And he's going to drive the North Warrnambool Eagles into attack. The first forward foray in this second term of our Handball League Grand Final. Handball over the top to Sinclair. He kicks it long and strong. Johnson's at the back of the pack. Could have been a push. No, play on, says the umpire. Coming through there was Kellen. Over the top of the head was Johnson. But it's all Croy. I'll tell you what, bouncy ball. They nearly made a mill of that, the Saints. Benny Dobson gathers, and he steadies the ship out wide. Looking for bowls, but cutting it off. And taking a nice mark was Bailey Jenkinson for the North Warrnambool Eagles.
She said daring through the middle of the ground, aren't they? Handball over the top, sort of.
They're taking the
right
game
in the middle
on.
of the ground from a throw kick or a mark from Birmingham.
Yeah, it was Johnston's creativeness there. Like that was
like a scissor kick, wasn't it? He's been great there on Johnson. So Bailey Jenkinson, he's on a pretty tight angle right in front of the Shojan Rockhard concrete scoreboard. He's about 35 metres out. He's normally a beautiful kick at the football too, Bailey Jenkinson. Comes in, kicks on its way, doesn't strike at the best. And yep, he's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
You can stop him, Stewie. You can stop him.
Yeah.
Unbelievable scenes, to be honest.
He hasn't kicked many goals this season, big fella. He's only kicked the 2, so he does his best work down on that half back line. But they need to try and stick it in that, keep it in that forward 50. So Goodall with the free kick kicks it out of defence, and well, it's a bit of table tennis going on here because he's done the same thing. Big Benny Goodall and Luke Wines, or is it Tommy Batten, will get the resultant free kick. So. The Eagles, I'd love an early one, Tildy, just to get that momentum and a bit of confidence too, because their field play's been pretty sound.
Yeah, I agree. General play, mate. They're even keeling this start of this quarter.
Jenkinson sets himself. Defensive punch there by Liam Hoy. Will have a boundary throw in right on the paint of the 50-metre line. The Eagles kicking to the hockey field end of the Reed Oval here this afternoon. And the Croydon Saints kicking to the city end of the goal. So good crowd here. Still a 2-goal margin in our open division netball in favour of the Cobden Bombers. McCutcheon in traffic, got the high up and under kick, and ready at best was Luke Wines. And Team of the Year honours for the Luke Wines for season 2022.
Good to see Vardy back out there moving pretty freely too.
So Wines will go short, Birmingham. And Birmingham told the plan it wasn't enough. He sets himself from 50, top of the square. Parrish, Johnston, coming hard was Johnston. At the bottom of the pack there was Parrish. May have been taken a little high. They jump on him straight away.
Vardy not looking that pleased either. I reckon they jumped into him then.
Oh, mate, he got absolutely poleaxed. He was in the middle of that pack, the big fella.
They're at the top of the 10-yard square. Umpire Jamie Lake with a ball in hand. Horsler, Vardy. Can they conjure something up here, the North Warrnambool Eagles? High throw up, tap down, free kick, over the shoulder, North Warrnambool.
Vardy.
and Vardy was just dealt with a little bit too high.
So that's the attention that he commands, doesn't he?
And again, I'm not sure there was a heap in it, but he just put his body in there that Horsler couldn't get around him.
And big Nathan Vardy, well, he can reduce the margin back to 2 points. He's been a notable goal kicker this season. He's kicked 59. He'll kick from 10 metres out, and Vardy comes in and makes no mistake, and the Eagles are back within 2 points, Tildy Carter.
Yeah, it's got a good game of footy on our hands here, boys. What I've noticed difference in, I guess, the last few years, how footy's changed in the Hampden League, boys. When Northland will go forward, automatically there's not one person behind the centre square, behind the centre circle.
It's amazing.
Yeah, how much footy's changed in the last 5 or 6 years, even at Hampden League level.
You've got to be fit, Tilt, don't you?
Yeah, it's completely changed.
Got to get across the deck. Vardy puts the Eagles back within 2 points. Guys, had a magnificent final series. The big man. And
he's your favourite player, I think, Matt.
No, he's certainly up there. I like Jenkinson too. He's a ripper. Oh, it could have been a free kick there for Vardy. Yes.
Yeah, that was more of a free kick than the previous one.
That one was there.
Oh, run through the mark there too. Just be careful pulling.
He's run through it twice.
He did too. Possums downstairs. Couldn't believe that. So Vardy, a little bit of mud in the middle of the ground too now.
Mud all over him now.
Coming out to meet the football there was O'Sullivan. Dion Johnson burrowing in again. Mooney's there as well as Keast. There's big Joey McKinnon. He's wrapped up. Here's Wines on the left boot. That's Matty. Kicks the top of the square. Parrish. 1 on 3. Oh, good play, Parrish.
Tell you what.
Snap. Oh, what an effort.
Good
1v3. That was
terrific body strength.
Body strength at its best. And Mac Peterson rushes it through for a minor score. So we've got a 1 point ball game here. Karooi 2-3-15, Northland Eagles 2-2-14, Shojan Rockhard Concrete scoreboard.
Hey, Possum, let's go down to you on the boundary. Thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. Just an observation. Bailey Jenkinson now up on the wing, but matched up against Mac Peterson, so a change being made there by Wizzy to get him a bit further up the ground.
Bit of slingshot work here by the Karooi Saints, and just seeing it over the boundary line was Adam Wines and Sam Dobson. So early the North Warrnambool Eagles, bit of inside forward 50 pressure, Tildy.
Yeah, I agree, Hilly. And I think for this quarter, 5.5 minutes, the first time Karooi have been forward to centre.
So boundary throw in 55 from home. Vardy, front position, still got his hand on that ball and got a little bit of meterage. Coming through was O'Sullivan. Up the ground there was Couch, got it to Hoy, working it back. They got a little toe poke there, the Saints. Coming out to meet it there was McHenry. On his tail there was Wines. And a boundary throw in will occur. Mawassi in centre.
Wowzers.
I certainly don't think it's going to be a high-scoring affair by any stretch of the imagination. Both forward lines having to work a long way up the ground just to maintain possession or attempt to maintain possession. So they're not working that close to goals, which I reckon means it's not going to be a really high-scoring affair here today.
Pulling, went out a little bit wide to the pockets. And they set over the boundary line for a boundary throw. And a nice little hand there from the North Warrnambool Eagles as well. A little bit of push and shove. And there's been a little bit of attention to Jed Birmingham as well. Obviously, they see him as a real threat for the North Warrnambool Eagles. He's been busy so far, Rise Kelson. And just that little bit of nickel off the ball has occurred a few times this afternoon.
Yeah, correct. Just trying to stem his run and keep him out of the contest.
Holding the football they're looking for out there on the far outer side.
Look out.
The netball to the Roosters have hit the front. They've shot the last 4 for mine. South Warrnambool 33-32. In our open netball, free kick goes to Heusler here. He's told to play on the big man. He gets it to Couch. Big kick forward to the hot spot. Dobson! Didn't quite grab it. Good defensive work there by Wines out to Jenkinson. He's got no one to give it to. Umpire's going to pluck one out here, is he? Holding the man. I thought he was going to go.
That was there.
And it was pretty smart. That was the only hope he had. It was he was outnumbered about 4-1 there.
No, you're right, Oz. He played the situation pretty well.
Look at the Karooi youngsters too behind the goals down there. Big patch of them. So Jenkinson, look at that win there too. Playing a bit of havoc there. Coming through was O'Sullivan. Vardy. There's Big Jack. Quetzer kick. Byrne gathers. Snaps. High up and under. Eagles got numbers back. Wines has to test that shoulder out. Good fist. And goes through for a minor score. So 2-4-16 Karooi, North Warrnambool 2-2-14, Shojan Rockhard Concrete scoreboard.
1 point margin over at the open netball. South Warrnambool 33-32 Cobden. So very low scoring, very defensive minded. I would imagine that game over at the netball court. Possum, let's go down to you all. Thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Good on you, boys. We go international on Hampden League Live because just got a message from Tom Clancy saying himself, Ben Smith and Jez McDonald are sitting around waiting, lining up to get into the first day of Oktoberfest in Munich, boys. It's 7 a.m. and they're tuning into Hampden League Live all the way from Munich.
Oh, a couple of warm-up ones.
Seen the photo of the boys. They're looking at
thirsty.
$1 million too, the boys. And shout out to Tommy Neville too. He's sitting by the pool in Cairns tuning in. So they're tuning in all over the world on Hampden League Live.
Well, even Premiership player Mark Bowman from the Saints. He's listening from Echuca with Neddy Bowman and young Oscar. I don't know whether it's your young fella Oscar Stewart or as well.
Yeah,
so
that'd be little Oscar up at the Jamboree.
Absolutely, up at
Echuca.
Good on you, Oscar.
So back here, Dobson, ball in hand. Sam will have his first shot at goal this afternoon. He's kicked one behind. He had that first scoring opportunity this afternoon.
He'll have to kick it about 50, Hilly.
Be a big kick and a bit of weight in the footy as well. They lead by 2, the Saints. He'll kick from about 40 metres out. Dobson, who won the goal kicking, gave it everything. It was a helicopter, but he pulled it left and a minus score. So a 3-point margin as we hit the 9-minute mark of this second term. Sun's starting to show itself again here at the Red Oval. Tildy Carterall, thanks to Renfrew Keeps.
Yeah, it is, Hilly. The conditions are pretty hard to pick which way they're going to go, mate. Just an interesting one. Jared Corra, boys, does he touch the footy yet, do you think?
Yeah, he got one early, but it's the only one I can remember, Tildy, to be honest.
Yep.
He's had a couple of touches, the big praying mantis. Lukey Wine steps around a couple there. Big, long kick. Stepping in there was O'Sullivan. Crashing through was Vardy. Judah Green stacks on the mill. It's a slippery little pill. Callett. Green in there again. Handball comes back to the Chop. Now, that's his first touch for mine. Chopper Lewis.
Great.
Grundy could have been taken. There's Dion Johnson. He's been in everything. Little kick forward. Here's Grundy. Can he gather? No, he can't. Foot race him and pulling. And the ball goes over the boundary line. We're going to have a ball up. 2-5-17 Karoit. 2-2-14 the North Warrnambool Eagles.
And the thing about Chopper, he's such an important player for North, but he needs to be able to get busy closer to goal. He was drawn a long way down the ground there just to try and get into the game, but his danger is when he can get inside 50.
So the ball in the Eagles forward 50. Vardy that time slips over. Hoy taken without it. Little quick kick comes out. Cutting it off as Wines. Goes through the hands of Lewis. Here comes Hoy like a bashing bull. It kicks down. Dobson going back with a flight. Oh, that's a good grab. He's a champion, this bloke. Can play football, Sam Dobson. He's got a player over the back, Whitehead, if he can get it to him. Plays on back to Hoy. Whitehead still by himself. Hasn't struck at the best there, Hoysey, but taking a nice mark.
Corroa
was the big praying mantis in Jared Corroa. 25 metres out on a tight enough angle. He's going to go back and have a shot on goal. Greg Kelson.
Yeah, Tildy's brought him into the game. Corroa, good call.
I can bring him into it so we can stop him.
And again, Dobson has to work a fair way up the ground as well, but getting his hands on it and looking dangerous.
So Jared Corroa, he's a beauty, big boy, great young kid. Comes back now to have a shot. 20 metres out, tight enough angle, kicks on its way. He's pulled it across the face of goal and it goes through for a minor score. So 2-6-18 the Saints, 2-2-14 North Warrnambool Eagles. 11 and a half minutes gone, the Battery World time clock, and that's on the Shojin Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard.
Hoy coming off for a well-earned blow. He's been terrific, and McCutcheon, a similar type but similar build, comes on to replace him.
Over the netball, 4-goal lead to the Roosters, 37-33. Drop mark there by Matty Wines. Mooney a little bump and sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Inside forward 50s, Tildy.
This quarter, mate, we have 4 to Karoit and 4 to North Warrnambool. One matchup I reckon North Warrnambool are really pleased with at the moment is Dion Johnson being picked up by Mooney. Johnson's probably had a dozen possessions. I think Mooney's only had 2 for the day so far.
Oh, look at that hit out from Vardy. It was enormous, and pulling was just ripped off the football. Keller got the handball out to Smets, dances around, goes to Matty Wines with the handball and just couldn't quite get it to the spot where he wanted it to. And we'll have a boundary throw in. So I like their work around the stoppages, Tilt. Vardy's obviously controlled the hit-outs, but they're getting those clearances, but it's just that next possession where they've fallen short a couple of times.
Yeah, that play was on there, the one Smets tried to get out wide to Wines, but he just missed his target with that last handball.
Another terrific knock.
Jenkinson got the handball out, deflected or ricocheted there by Whitehead. Up the ground there was Horsler, jumping on the football was Matty Wines. He's all wrapped up, not going anywhere. Fraser Robb right on his backside. And we'll have a throw-up on outer side wing. 12 and a half minutes gone. Second term action. It's the Karoit Saints leading by 4 points. They've kicked 2-6, the Eagles 2-2. And there's only been 1 goal kicked in this second term, and that was Nathan Vardy earlier on in this second term. Possum Kelly, let's go down to you on the boundary, all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. A little bit of misty rain just coming over the ground again as we speak. It's funny, I was just looking off the ball. That last clearance over on that far outer side, Nathan Vardy got a little bit of a tap from Willie Couch, and the North boys came up and told Casey they didn't like it very much, but it's funny, he was just having a bit of a laugh and a push and shove, so it's all good.
Roosters up by 5 at the netball too, boys.
Oh, they haven't scored much, Cobden, in the last kind of 10 or 15 minutes, have they? Shout out to Elaine Robb too. Should be tuning in at home, listening to the grandson Fraser. Good story. He's been at the Saints for a few years now. Gets his opportunity to possibly win a flag this afternoon.
Absolutely.
Whitehead's another one. And the Eagles, well, they're all looking for their first flag.
First in history, Stewie.
Big story. So the ball comes in again. Heusler this time wins it down. Left-hand tap. Here comes McCutcheon. Loves it rough and tough, and he's happy to see the ball go out of bounds. We're going to have a ball up on that far outer side. Once again, a 6-point lead now to the Roosters in the netball. 6 goals on the Frankie McCarthy big screen TV over there. Big ball up this time. No one really wins that one down. Coming through was Porter. Neve in there. He's wrapped up by Vardy. And umpire Ramirez says, give it to me. We're going to have a ball up. Players just need to know each other a little bit on that far outer side. Vardy tries to back tap. That time Heusler over the top. Paddy O'Sullivan gets a kick forward. Fist away there by Wines. Tested out that left shoulder. Sinclair gathers. Goes out of bounds first, and we're going to have a ball up.
Spending some time on that boundary, Matthew. The wind is taking the ball naturally to that area, but gee, it's spent a lot of time out of bounds on the Russells Creek side of the ground here today.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, I'm admiring Adam Wines. Like, he would be in so much discomfort, obviously, with that bump from last week. Corowa comes in through hard. He's wrapped up and holding the free kick, holding the man. I think it's going to go against the North Warrnambool Eagles. Rob's been pushed off there. I'm just waiting to see what's happening here. So it's Corowa with the free kick for the Karoi Saints. So he gets a second chance at a Jared Corowa. So about 30 metres out.
Similar position.
A little bit closer to home. They lead by 4 points, the Karoi Saints. It's been an even contest in this first half so far. And Corowa can just give them a little bit of an extra buffer to 10 points if he can kick it.
Every goal's going to be invaluable today, isn't it?
Well, especially being such a low scoring.
The 6 points are going to be
far. So he comes in with that skipping routine, 35-metre kick, and he's done the same thing again. A bit of deja vu, and another minor score.
Had their opportunities this quarter, Croy.
Well, they have. They've had a couple of pings at them, haven't they? And
sure.
If North could get it to the other end of the ground and kick a goal, it's. They've had plenty of opportunities.
Well, you think the way things are going, boys, 8 goals might win this game today.
Absolutely. We've got a bit of a 2019 feel. Oh, not a great kick there from Lukey White. He just overcommitted the kick, went through the hands of Porter.
He'll do something with it, this man.
And Goodall, who knows his day pretty well, he's celebrated 8 times before, will look to kick his first of the afternoon. So Benny Goodall. What a player he's been. He'll kick from 35, 40 metres out. He gives it everything. And again, he's done the same thing. So they've wasted some opportunities here in the Court Saints.
I think that bruise is pretty tough, kicking from that side of the ground.
2-9 to 2-2. That's a lot of scoring shots difference.
Let's go downstairs to Possum Kelly. Poss, it is tough conditions down there, isn't it? We're seeing that at the moment.
Yeah, it is, boys. And you just wonder whether someone's going to break it open, don't you? You're just sort of waiting whether it's a ticking time bomb or not. But I tell you what, boys, you talk about Adam Mines potentially being sore. Nathan Vardy just came off, dropped to his knees and getting work on his back. He's definitely playing sore too, but playing an all-nighter game just the same.
Great tackle there, holding the football. Put that one down as a Matt Kohaya highlight. That was Felix Jones for the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Probably saved the goal too. There was a lot of space.
Sinclair, I should say. They look alike. So Sinclair, he's had a good final series. Heusler comes through. Whitehead gathers. Back to Mooney. Kicks around the body. Couch the target. Coming through there is Luke Wines. He gathers beautifully well. Handball over the top there to Jackie Johnston. On to Keast. And once again, we're going to have a ball up on that far outer side.
And given the amount of stoppages, it's so important now that young Callett steps up too. I think with Vardy, with a little bit of an injury, he's just got to get his body involved, Callett, doesn't he? And make it hard for the Koroit ruckman.
I think it's going to be the story of the day, Ice. It's going to be stoppages galore.
Yep.
It hasn't set the house on fire, this game as yet, with a lot of highlights. That ball goes out of bounds on the full, is it? Yeah, the free kick's going to go to the Koroit Saints. And it's going to be Benny Goodall. Opposite side for a left footer.
South Warrnambool might have got themselves into a pretty big position in the... Or is it over? I reckon
it's over. I think they've won.
Yep. They might have won, the Roosters, have they? 41-36 the score at the moment anyway. McCutcheon comes through. Kind of kicking right into the teeth of that breeze.
You'd like to see some play on this side, boys.
Not seeing much at all,
Not
Tilda, are we?
Any at all this quarter, hardly.
We're going to see the $5,000 kick at half time, I know that.
Little tents over there will be getting good value for money.
Hey,
what was the first score of the quarter, by the way?
It was a point.
Yeah, so no cheeseburgers?
Where were you?
This quarter?
No, it's the third quarter. It's third quarter, mate.
No, I heard him say second quarter at the quarter time announcement.
I reckon you could be right too.
So I don't know whether they brought it forward.
I don't know.
They'll go third quarter again anyway. But
I think they'll give them a cheese. It was a goal in the third quarter score.
Roosters have won the open netball.
Roosters have won. The court's getting absolutely invaded over there. So well done to South Warrnambool. First flag since the 80s, I reckon.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at I reckon late 80s, early 90s.
One of the first sides in netball South to win one, I thought.
They'd be pumped over there at Roosterland. They've won a reserves flag as well here this afternoon. Fish comes through. Free kick's going to go. Looks like it's going to go to the North Warrnambool Eagles.
They try to bring it this side, boys.
Maybe pull the trigger and just get a bit of play out here. We've played 15.
Just so we can see something.
Well, we played 20 minutes in this second term. James got the result in free kick.
And
So
a lot of
it's
the plays
2-8-20.
been Koroit too, hasn't it? If North could pinch one now, it'd be an invaluable goal.
Oh, it definitely gets the tide for sure.
2-8-20 Koroit, North Warrnambool 2-2-14. Shojan Rockhard concrete scoreboard. So Wines, Luke, high up and under. We've got a little bit of play out here. Johnson's going to fly at the back. Big fist comes in. Porter comes through. So's Mac Peterson. Gets a handball out to McCutcheon. His kick smothered by Jenkinson. And they're the 1%ers you need on grand final day. And that's a Matco highlight of the day contender. And the ball goes out of bounds. We're going to have another ball up about 70 metres out from Koroit's goal line. They lead by 6 points.
Possum, let's just go down to you all. Thanks to Rent for Keeps. I've just been keeping an eye on Nathan Vardy on the bench as well. Geez, he looks in a lot of discomfort.
Yeah, just sat down, Hilly, on the bench, and look, he could barely move. So I think he's been having a lot of work done to his lower back. So I just wonder if it's a back issue, but I think he'll keep soldiering on. But geez, sore.
So the Saints will go through Hawser, smothered kick. In there is Lewis. Pulling did well, got the handball forward. Here's Connor Byrne roving. Byrne running into goal, and Byrne has gone across the face. And another minor score for the Saints. So they've had plenty of inside forward 50s. Tildy Carter, but just can't convert on the scoreboard.
8-3 their way. Here's a bit of play here for the Eagles.
Absolutely. Look at the counter attack. A nice mark taken by Grundy on centre wing. He'll go short by foot. Kick has to be good. Jones was his target. Coming through was Jack O'Sullivan. He runs past and looks to drive it forward. Looking for his brother, Paddy.
Nice kick.
So it was a nice kick there from O'Sullivan. Paddy O'Sullivan, what a revelation he's been in 2022. They lead by 7 points. The Saints, nothing in this ball game. He goes inside forward 50. Sinclair sets himself and just lost his footing. And coming through there with the mark, easy as you like, with Sam Dobson. He'll have a shot from 40 metres out on a slightish sort of angle. And Dobson yet to have kicked a goal this afternoon. And he's gone short. Some nice...
Played a big quarter, Dobson.
A lot of running around and just covers the ground, Sam Dobson. And just a bit of loose checking there for the Koroit Saints. And McCutcheon will have a shot. So McCutcheon, who polled extremely well in the Maskell medal, started this game very strongly in that midfield group.
Can he break the hoodoo and get a goal on the board?
He's kicked 9 this season. Let's see what he can do on this occasion. He works around the angle. Not a bad kick, but guess what? He's gone the other side of the point post and another minor score. So,
do you reckon that the Saints are kicking into a bit of a breeze here in this second term?
I must say, the game's got a bit of feel that this will break open soon, I think.
Something needs to happen, doesn't it? Not a lot going on. Anthony Negro from McDonald's just messaged, boys. He said go third or fourth quarter. He wants to give these cheeseburgers away. Great supporter, great sponsorship. Here we go. Eagles out the back now. Parrish, can he gather? Yes, he can. Quick kick forward. It's just for yardage. And out in the full, the umpire says resultant free kick will go to Jackie O'Sullivan. On the half-back flank, Saints 2-10-22, North Warrnambool 2-2-14, Shojan. Rockhard concrete scoreboard, 23 minutes gone, second term. And a lot of play, the heat map would show on that far outer side here at Reed Oval. It's a high up and under. Sitting underneath at that time was McCutch, and over the back of the pack is Dobson. He kicks off the ground. Corowa, he can't quite gather. There's Wines, really testing that shoulder out. Got a little bit of attention there too, and he's going to get the free kick, I reckon. Luke Wines not happy with his attention that his brother copped there. But either way, Adam Wines will get the resultant free kick for the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Look at the numbers back here, boys. Through the middle
Really
of the ground,
congested, isn't
well,
it?
Croy.
They're getting back. It's just hard to get any flow on at the moment, isn't it?
Hard to
Blocking
link
up
play
the
for
middle
sure.
of the ground too now.
So Wines just going to have to kick down the line, long and strong, and just hope. Callett's going to be one of the targets. So's McKinnon. Over the back of the pack, there's Tommy Bolsh. He's got pace and fitness to burn steps around one. Good play to Jackie O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan on the left, spots up Hoysler. Good kick, and Hoysler takes a nice mark.
So Horsler on dead bang, centre wing, outer side. Big crowd now converting over to that outer side after the netball game. Open division was won by the Roosters. Birmingham, nice mark. Mako Hire, highlight of the day contender. Love this
is where they
kid.
need to try and come centrally, I think.
He'll go short by foot, finds Lewis. So 24 and a half minutes gone in this second term. It's an 8-point margin.
Not much movement, is there?
Nah, very stagnant. Only one goal's been kicked, and that was Nathan Vardy. And an ill-directed kick there marked or out of bounds on the full.
I know it's a difficult one, but it's never going to work down the line there.
So short kick there by Bolsh. He just hits up Jack O'Sullivan. So they're happy to play the possession game here, the Saints. Gets it back to Bolsh, back to Jack O'Sullivan. He'll go long to half forward. Watch Whitehead fly. Dobson.
Oh, God, he's a good player.
He's a great judge of the football. He plays on. Goes to the goal square. Horsler. Callett. Horsler. Good defensive work there by Benny Callett. He saved a mark. And he gets it out of defence, but it's going to be Koroyd building that wall. Peterson dropped the footy. Here's Porter. That could be holding the ball. Oh, great tackle by Tate Porter. And that's a Matco Hire, highlight of the day contender. And gives this Porter a bit of life.
They just look like they're hanging on for dear life, though, North, don't they?
They just can't get any run
Can't-
play.
no
Even
run.
now, it's just go back over the mark.
Well, the
you know?
trouble is, unless they can get it moving quickly, that's going to happen.
They just can't get any movement whatsoever at the moment. Neither team can, to be honest. Over the top, Parrish, but in front, Jackie O'Sullivan takes a nice contested mark.
Continually kick the footy down the line, don't they, boys? They're set up too well on.
Correct.
They're going to have to look at a different way of doing it, that is for sure. They're still in this contest, though. O'Sullivan, he kicks down. Batten getting back with a flight, coming through his pulling. There's Dobson. He gets it to Neve. Snap around the body. Is it coming back enough? No, it's not. And it goes through for a minor score. So 2-11-23, the Saints. 2-2-14, North Warrnambool Eagles. How many points this quarter for the Saints, Hilly?
That's a good question.
Lots.
Oh, going to be seven?
Seven.
7 or 8.
Yep, 7 or 8. So there you go. It has been a game of points. Don't forget the $5,000 kick, all thanks to Warrnambool Toyota coming up at half time. Not too far away, 26 minutes gone here. It's been an unenthused second quarter for mine, boys.
Hey, watch this. They're going to go through the corridor here. Oh, just handled in work for Wines. Under a lot of pressure here. The Saints are ready to pounce. The idea was right, but just the execution, Tildy, just didn't happen there in the end.
Handball for half yard behind him, didn't he? And Wines with that crook shoulder was never going to be able to bring that one back in.
I love the thinking process there of Jared Lewis. So just to try and mix it up a little bit. Tap down Vardy. Loose football. Great pick up. Korowa around the body. 50 metres out. And he just put another minor score on the board. So they're still in this, the North Warrnambool Eagles. They'd love to just kick one to break the tide of scoring here by the Koroyd Saints.
So Hilly, very impressive pickup by a guy. 6
I know, that was clever, wasn't it? 2-12-24 to 2-2-14, 10 points the margin. Batten, he'll kick in, he's a long kick. Vardy territory, Vardy working back over his head. They jump on the football, the Eagles have got numbers. Coming through there was Hoy, or he might have been taken off the footy just a little bit, but the umpire said, no, not going to happen this time around. We'll have a stoppage on that outer side wing. So Vardy got the tap down, looking for Birmingham. Gathered it nicely, got it working to Johnston. Now he got some yardage with a kick. Smets and Mooney. It's a one-on-one. And Billy got front position, but just wasn't able to take the mark. And we'll have a boundary throw in. So it gives himself a bit of a chance here, the Eagles. They just need to try and create something out of this foray forward.
It's probably a play they look to get a lift out of Billy Smets, to be honest. Hasn't had a lot of influence on the contest so far.
So the ball, half forward flank for the Northland Eagles. Can they get a goal here on the cusp of half time? Vardy taken without the football, is it? Shepherding out. And he's going to get the free
having
kick.
A crack, Vardy. You've got to give him that.
He looks sore, though, doesn't he, Ice?
Yeah, but he's just still continuing to put his body in front.
For sure.
You've got to like what he's delivering here.
So big Vardy, he's kicked a goal, the only goal of this second term.
He might be able to set one up here too.
What's happened here? Result free kick, reverse free kick. I didn't see what happened there. Poss, did you pick up on the boundary? All thanks to Rent for Keeps.
I didn't, Stewie, no, because I was actually had the eye on for Arts and K on Will Couch. He's come off the ground. He's got his left thigh / hamstring heavily strapped. He's doing a few run throughs, so we'll just have to keep an eye on Will Couch.
So that's just a little opportunity that they had, the Eagles, that goes missing. But every time they get the football, they're having to just go back over the mark, aren't they, till they can't get any flow on.
Very stagnant.
Another herd eagle out that far out of fight.
Very stagnant.
Jared Lewis.
Knee in the back, I think, boys.
Jared Lewis with the knee in the back there, and he looks very sore, possible thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, well, it's one of those games, a grueling physical game, Hilly, isn't it? And I think, as we said, we're still waiting for something to happen, aren't we? There hasn't been any great highlights, and nobody's really opened the game up, so it's going to be an interesting second half.
29 minutes gone, second term. You'd imagine half-time would be certainly upon us. Tap down from Vardy, a number of players jumping on the football. Stoppage forms, and we'll have another stoppage on that outer side where I reckon 85% of the play has been staged at Tildy Carter.
Oh, absolutely. It's been over there all day. Push out there, another free kick again to Vardy. He just draws that attention, as you spoke about earlier in the day, Stewie.
Yeah, that big body, that big frame, you've got to move out of the way. So Vardy, they love one just on the edge of half-time here, the Eagles. Where will he go? He's going to go long inside, forward 50. Drops a little bit short, may have been held up by the wind. And there's the siren. Half-time here at the Reed Oval. And it is North Warrnambool trailing by 10 points, 2-2-14. Koroit 2-12-24. Ice Carlson, Tildy Carter, thoughts on the first half here in the grand final?
Not an ultra easy watch, to be honest. Certainly tough, lots and lots of stoppages. That was a messy quarter. It was hard to tell. It looked like both sides were kicking into the wind. That's how hard it was to watch. But, yeah, look, it's anybody's game. But having said that, Koroit possibly should be 3 or 4 goals in front, if not more, Tildy.
I agree, Ice. I think they should be 3 or 4 in front. You know, you look at the scoring shots. What have we had? 14-4. Their poor kicking's probably kept North Warrnambool in the game to some degree. But, look, they're still in the game as rain starts to come down again now. So, fair to say, from North Warrnambool's point of view, they'd need the first couple of goals of this third quarter. They've got a few boys a little bit sore.
Even if they got one and could keep in, just in touch, I think that's all important for North.
Yep. And look, they were very attacking in the first quarter, but that just seemed to fiddle out a little bit.
Well, I think what Koroit managed to do then is just block the middle of the ground up, and they were forced to kick down the line. I reckon the coaches of Koroit said, hang on, they're taking a risk in coming through the middle and creating opportunity. Let's see if we can close that down, and then it played into Koroit's hands.
They did it well and just forced them to defend on that far side of the ground. They set up really well behind the ball. Some Synod accountant stats. Hilly to half-time, Koroit 21 entries inside 50 to North Warrnambool's 10. Bailey Jenkinson down for 4 possessions and Dallas Mooney down for 2. I think North Warrnambool will be pretty happy with that matchup of Mooney picking up Johnson. Johnson's been pretty good.
This is a difficult one. I'm going to ask both of you boys because it's been such a scrappy affair. Who do you reckon has been the most influential players on the ground?
I think Dobson's certainly been hurtful up forward. He was terrific. Obviously clunking some marks. I don't know. I still think Vardy's been influential just with his work around the stop work. And I think Dion Johnson for the North Warrnambool Eagles and Birmingham. For the Saints, I just think they've just had a wider spread. I don't think they've had that one dominant player. I feel they've just had probably a number of players that have sort of just been able to just lift that little bit more.
McCutcheon's been pretty good off field.
Yeah, I agree. And I reckon Hoy's been good for Koroit too. Whenever Vardy's on the ground, they just seem to have a bit more control North. When he's not on the ground, Koroit are right on top. That's how I see it.
What we haven't seen from either side is we haven't seen a lot of...
There's no run.
Linking up play off half-back.
No. Very defensive minded game.
And that's a game where I know it's difficult because conditions aren't perfect, but that's where a Billy Smets, if he can get a little bit of run going along the wing, they're playing him a lot on the wing. He's just going to be such an important link-up man. But having said that, you've got to be able to break free and be able to get the ball to him, and that's what North's found difficult.
There's been very little run and carry and breaking the line at all, has there? Yep. It's just been a down the line contest, stoppage.
But that's on Koroit's terms at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And as we spoke about, their poor kicking's probably kept North Wollongong in the game.
Absolutely. Hey, boys, we're going to take a break. It is half-time here in the 2022 Hampden League Grand Final. Koroit lead by 10 points. When we come back, we've got the $5,000 kick in the Unbreakable Hilux, all thanks to Warrnambool Toyota. We've got our 10 contestants. We've got our AFL stars going to have a kick. We'll go down to ground level. When we return here at the Reed Oval, where the Saints lead by 10 points in our grand final.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsch, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, 3YB FM.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Karamat Road, Warrnambool.
Southwest Local News is fast becoming known for its free, trusted, reliable and compassionate local news service. Southwest Local News. Local, free, always will be. 3 nights a week on Fitz Media's Facebook page.
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions. Go!
If you've been injured, make the call. Find out if you have a claim. Madden's Lawyers is the region's most experienced injury compensation firm. Madden's Lawyers. Make the call.
Right, thanks ladies and gentlemen. Got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, I've hit 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
Stay warm in one of Narrawong Island Holiday Park's fully self-contained cabins where you can enjoy the sound and serenity of the ocean. Narrawong Island Holiday Park, your water escape on the mainland.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. The sun don't.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport, Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
On 3YB FM, this is Hampden League Live for Sungold Milk, J&J Kelly Stock Agency and Rafferty's Tavern.
Welcome back to Hampden League Live. It is half time here in the grand final at the Red Oval, and it is a low-scoring affair where we see the Koroit Saints leading 2-12-24 to 2-2-14 the North Warrnambool Eagles. We're going to go on the ground, all thanks to Warrnambool Toyota. It is a $5,000 kick with your MC, Matty Stewart.
And that's fallen short too. Last kicker kicking for 5K. Heath Brufton. Come on, Heathy. Heathy Brufton. Come on, big fella. $5,000 on offer. All thanks to Warrnambool Toyota. Kicks on its way. Bad luck, Heath. Righto. We're going to have the superstars go now. I'm going to start off with this man, Paddy Lee from the Port Fairy Football Club. Now, we called him in round 17. It was his final game of Hampden League Senior footy. He duffed one in the pocket. He kicked it about 15. This is his chance for redemption. And this is for charity. And Paddy, there's no cigar here. Sean Ryan. Rhino, what are you going to do, mate? You going to have a kick? Let's put your hands together for the AFL umpire, ladies and gentlemen. Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort for mine. Now, I just want to, there's going to be a little bit of pressure on these two, ladies and gentlemen, okay? We are kicking for some charities here, Riding for the Disabled, Big Life, Standing Tall, and Southwest Healthcare. Okay, so we're going to give Jamara a couple of kicks, and we're going to give Zach Merritt a couple of kicks. So Mara's rocking the white Air Max, ladies and gentlemen. He's got the tricks. Put your hands together for Jamara Ugle-Hagen. I tell you what, coming back. Oh! Good effort. Good effort. Righto. Zachy Merritt now. He brought the footy boots, but he's chose not to wear them. Comes in. Oh, disappointing from the bomber. Righto. Come on. Mara. Kick number 2 from Jamara Ugle-Hagen. Kicks on its way. Wind didn't get it enough. Come on, Zach. Here we go. Here we go. Do we want another kick? Do we want another couple? Come on, Sean Ryan, you can have another go too. Paddy Lee. These are charity kicks, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Mara, put it in, mates. Here we go. Oh, come back late. Come on, Zach. I like it. No. Shawnee, hang on, Shawnee, hang on. Sean, up you come, mate. Up you come. Sean, come on. We're going to let Sean Ryan. You're going to throw one, mate. Boundary throw in for you. Up you come. Come and send one over the head. And then we're going to give Mara and Zach Merritt another attempt. So, Shawnee, up you come, mate. From about here, it's going to be a boundary throw in, mate. Okay. Come on. This is for $5,000 for charity. Let's get behind the AFL umpire. If you don't put this in, come on. We can't give it away. Let's go. One more. Mara and Zach. Up you come a bit, boys. If you want, up you come a bit. Come a bit closer. Yeah, keep coming. Right here. Right here, mate. Come on, you got the tricks. Let's see them. The closer we're getting, the worse they are. Oh, tell you what. What about a big round of applause for our competitors, ladies and gentlemen, and a big round of applause for Warrnambool Toyota, the $5,000 kick. Now, Burjo, Come on, mate. What are we going to do with the 5K, mate? What are we going to do with it, big fella? You're just checking the phone to just check with the powers to be. What are we going to do?
We're going to put it on North.
We're going to double our cash. What do you reckon, mate?
No, let's... we've got 4 charities here, so let's give it to $1,000 to each of them. Then we'll have 1,000 on North. But Southwest Healthcare, a grand. Standing Tall, a grand. Big Life, $1,000, and Riding for the Disabled, 1,000 as well. So,
mate, that is absolutely sensational. Big round of applause to Matty Burgess and Warrnambool Toyota. Well done to Jamara, Ugal Hagan, Zach Barrett, Shawnee Ryan, Paddy Lee, and all our contestants in the $5,000 kick.
Roosters, but must have been a great spectacle over there.
Yeah, Sophie Hinkley spoke really well after it. Just had a baby this week, so well done, Soph. Great game, hard game. Best on ground went to Isabella Ray. That was fantastic. There wasn't much between them. Codman got 2 or 3 in front. Then South come back and just pulled away at the finish. So, yeah, great effort. Been the 2 best sides all year. It was a great game, yeah.
And the Rooster girls must have been absolutely elated. I know that they've put a lot of hard work in, and really a relatively young group. You know, besides a Carly Watson and Annie Blackburn,
well, you're looking at
they're very young. You know, that early 19, 20, 21 sort of age group.
Yeah, I think Annie's 26, Carly's 23, and then the rest are kind of very young, as you said. Tough game in the conditions too. We got a bit wet. I broke my sister's umbrella in all the excitement, but no, it was good. Played in good spirit, and Cobden, poor old Cobden, just can't seem to win one, but they got a very good side, so they're still in the mix for the next few years.
They'll fight back, that is for sure. Hey, we're going to take a break on Hampden League Live. It is half time. It is the Koroit Saints 2-12-24, leading North Warrnambool 2-2-14. When we return, we'll have our chat about what we think is going to occur in this second half of football. The sun is shining, and hopefully we'll see a really high-scoring affair as all the kids are converting
He's like the
down.
Pied Piper, isn't he?
Absolutely, converging onto Jamara Ugle-Hagan. We'll take a break here on Hampden League Live. It is grand final day at the Reed Oval, where the Saints are currently leading by 10 points.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsch, Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, Sungold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bolsch Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bolsch Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. The sun don't.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
When building a new home, the first place to go is Greens Bricks and Windows. They stock PGH Bricks trend windows and doors with double glazing to all styles. Make the right choice. See Greens Bricks and Windows, 7 Robson Street, Warrnambool. Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Go!
Need insurance? See MGA Insurance Group. Great service, expert advice and competitive premiums for farmers, business owners and transport operators. Call Dennis and Gareth Morgan and Glenn Skilbeck, 55596 200.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for McDonald's, Warrnambool East and Central, MGA Insurance and Pontings Mitre 10.
Oh, welcome back to Hampden League Live. Third quarter action's just got underway. Oh, what a tackle! Dion Johnston with absolute vigour on Brett Harrington. And they're going to have the first shot at goal in this third term. Ice Carlson, that was very, very nice.
Yeah, and possibly couldn't be in better hands. I don't want to put the mocker on him, but he's a beautiful kick, Johnson. But there's a tricky breeze happening there, though. We well and truly know that. And this would be invaluable after Koroit missed so many shots in the second quarter.
So Dion Johnston for the first goal of this third term in the grand final, and to reduce the margin to 4 points. He'll kick from 30 metres out, comes in. Is it working around enough? It's going to drop short, goes out wide.
Stop him, Ice.
And
well, he got a bit close to the man on the mark, but it's certainly, obviously a fluky breeze.
Absolutely.
Tough. It's a rank conditions down there, boys. I was down there for the kick. It's pretty tough conditions.
So one that's gone missing there for the Eagles, but tough conditions here at the Reed Oval. So Dobson with the free kick will go across the face and have defended on that outer side. He goes out wide, and it might be too much on the kick on that time around too, and it is. And it's out of bounds on the full, and it's going to go to the North Warrnambool Eagles. The free kick to Harry Keast.
And Tildy said 8 goals might win the game. It could be 5 goals wins the game, Tildy, the way it's looking.
I was a bit generous there, boys, for sure.
Keast kicks in, looking for McKinnon. Judah Green trying to do that small forward craft to create something for the Eagles, and nothing happening there. So we'll have a throw-up, Tildy Carter, all thanks to Rent for Keeps.
I haven't noticed any positional changes at all, boys. Probably Smets is playing as a permanent forward, I think, and maybe Callett and McKinnon are playing deep with Parrish up at centre-half forward.
Here's Johnson. He's over the ball. He's trying to get it out. Roving there was Jackson Grundy. And there is Harry Keast. Ball in the air. Throw was the call from the umpire. Free kick to the Saints. And Dallas Mooney will be the recipient.
Yeah, Mooney. He's been rock solid, hasn't he? Right throughout season 2022 and right throughout his career, to be honest. So Dallas Mooney, we couldn't give the 5K away at half-time. That's how tricky the conditions are. Ugle-Hagen got close enough at one stage, but could not give it away. And South Warrnambool have taken out the netball open division, defeating Cobden. Reserves footy, the Roosters, in overtime against the North Warrnambool Eagles in under 18.5 football. Hamilton Kangaroos got the job done by 6 points over the Koroit Saints.
Oh, there's a bit of noise out there now, Hilly.
Bit of noise out there now too, and I might have to sub one of you boys just to get the great man Alan Blackburn in at some point in time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Have a bit of a chat. He's pretty excited. He's pretty pumped. He's out having a frothy at the moment in the sponsors function.
Mightn't see him again.
We might not see him again too. Here goes Birmingham now. Just trying to get things going here. Kick cut off that time by Goodall. So Benny Goodall at halfback. Little chip out wide to Hoy. Shout out to his sister Paige. She's tuning in from Queensland this afternoon. He kicks down the line. Beautiful kick it is to Byrne. Have a look at this for Byrne now. He's got a bit of space and time. That was ambitious. A little bounce in these dewy conditions and slippery pill it is out there. No one can really gather it at the moment. McCutcheon comes crashing through. He's wrapped up in a tackle. He'd want to make an effort, or the umpire will say holding the ball. He says no ball up.
And really, with Byrne, it was about the first time we saw where a player might be able to break it open with some run and
carry.
Yeah, and it just didn't work for him.
Just didn't bounce up, did it? Horsler, Vardy, good tap down. Only into the hands of Hoy, who's been very prominent for the Saints. Dobson wheeling away, got a little handball in the end. Hoy cleans up, inside 50. Cora was the target, coming back with a fly. Is it paid to Dobson? It is.
He's paid it over the top.
Gee whiz, 50-50 for mine. And Sam Dobson will have a shot at goal for the Croydon
He
Saints.
certainly had good purchase on the footy, but it's difficult to pay him from behind like that.
I agree. If anything, maybe a ball up if it wasn't North Warners, I thought.
So Sam Dobson.
Jump ball.
Looking, jump ball, absolutely.
Now, we want this to be a goal too, boys. McDonald's cheeseburger on the line
right.
here. It's as simple as that. So a lot of pressure on Dobson with this kick.
Well, we had the first one of the day. Let's see what we can do this time around. Sam Dobson. Will the cheeseburgers be going off at Macca's? Comes in, and they're going.
Cheeseburgers, if you don't mind. How good is that?
Line up on yourself, Stewie.
Are we getting one,
Good on you,
Tildy?
mate.
Are
Good
we
on you.
absolutely smacking a cheeseburger in Anthony Negro and the team at McDonald's? Third quarter, had to be a goal, Ice Colson. And there you go, it's Cheeseburger City.
I'll let Kermans know you're not coming, Matt, tonight.
So everybody that's at the ground gets a free cheeseburger. You've got the passes as you come into the football this afternoon. And Possum Kelly, did you hear the roar downstairs, big fella?
I did, Stewie, and they're leaving in droves. They're going to line up at Macca's to get their cheeseburger. But no, what a great thing. So good on them down there at Macca's. And of course, we're supporting the sponsors down here this afternoon. If you want a Macca's, get down there in the morning and grab your brekkie after this great grand final.
It's go time now for North.
Big
I
time.
think if Karoy kick another one, it could even be beyond them.
What are we out to now? I think we're out to 16 points. They need one in a hurry.
We've lost the scoreboard here too this
Yes, we have.
afternoon. And here is the great man, Alan Blackburn. We might sub you out, Eyes. Have a little bit of a racing spell
Might
for the
do
big
that.
fella.
Might have a look at the races, boys.
And we are going to get the great Alan Blackburn in because he will be absolutely cock-a-hoop. He's chuffed. His daughter Annie's taken out the open netball for the South Warrnambool Roosters. And Alan Blackburn, he's going to just chime in at some point in time. He's having a fantastic social day here on that far outer side. The ball's tackled up there is Liam Hoy. And Blackie, you must be pretty proud. Proud as punch, mate, as we say good afternoon to you, buddy.
Yeah, I've been on before with Hilly. We're on, had a bit of a talk just before. But anyway, communications and over the game. No, it was great. Terrific effort. And heads up to Cobden. Terrific effort. Well coached by Sophie Hinkley. And real good game of netball. Very physical and well umpired. So I think the girls might be into it tonight, I'd say. For sure, Hilly.
I reckon you might be right. Free kick to the Saints. I didn't see what that one was for. All thanks to Rent for Keeps, Possum Kelly.
No, good on you, Hilly. I've just had to have a little bathroom stop there, so I just missed that bit of action there. Sorry.
And the kick there to Corowa finds O'Sullivan. Paddy on the lead. And Paddy will kick from 30 metres out. So we've had a scoreboard malfunction. So we're up to 16 points, we believe, for the Croydon Saints.
It's amazing you rely on the scoreboard, isn't it, these days, boys?
Definitely.
2-2-14 to 3-12-30 is the scoreline at the moment.
Just got a bit of a feel that this one could get away here, boys.
So big kick for Paddy O'Sullivan. Chasing his first flag for the Saints. It holds up on the goal line, reaching for the mark. There was Byrne, but it was over the point line and for a minor score.
And the Macca's boys just messaged too, they are super excited that they have given away the cheeseburger. So that is just magnificent to see. Dobson, he missed the first one in the first quarter, but he slotted the one to start the third. And that's all the people need to know. 50-metre penalty here, and it's going to go to Felix Jones.
The scoreboard situation still says a lot for the old nail and the metal number on the cell scoreboard, doesn't it?
I remember the old scoreboard of that far out of side with the read. Wasn't it a beauty?
Probably could have been heritage listed, that old scoreboard in its day.
Could tell some stories,
Fantastic.
that scoreboard.
Yes, good, Stewie.
Felix
no need
Jones.
to go there.
High up and under, kicks to the hot spot. Saints got numbers around the contest. One of those at the back is Heusler. He gathers to O'Sullivan. Just can't quite pick it up. He's going to be under a little bit of pressure now as Vardy closes in. High up and under, far out of side. Lewis gets back with the flight of the football. Will it bounce? Yes, it will. Good enough to get around pulling. On the left foot now. He kicks down to no one in particular, and the ball goes out of bounds on the full. It'll be a free kick on that far out of side. We've just seen most of the play this afternoon, Alan Blackburn.
Tell us about the game, boys. Haven't seen a kick in the first half. Tildy, a little bit defensive, you reckon?
Yeah, pretty defensive game, which has probably been played on Croyd's terms, to be honest, Blackie. And I think their poor kicking in the first half has kept North Warrnambool in the game.
Yeah.
They probably should be 5 or 6 in front, to be honest.
Here's Lewis. Green trying to extract. Does. Got the handball out, deflected off Pulling. Pulling just trying to control the ball, and he got a nice pick up. Horsler only as far as Green. Can he manufacture something, the young fellow? Matty Wines into the action as well. And they're asking for a free kick. I thought he might have been taken a little bit high, Matty Wines. And we are 55 from home. So 3-13-31. Koroit leading by 17 points. North Warrnambool 2-2-14. Horsler, Callett. Horser out of the pack. He grabbed it and just dropped it on the boot. Good body work there by Dobson. Gathered the football, worked it back. Paddy O'Sullivan smothered. Nice work there by the Eagles. Loose football. Wines trying to do a bit of tunnel ball to get it out to his teammate. He did. In Grundy. Can they get a clearing kick forward? They work it back. Under pressure with the kick forward there was Lewis, but chopped off by Benny Dobson at half back. And just got no answers forward across half forward, especially Till.
Well, that's what Adam spoke about before the game, didn't he? Trying to deny Croyd's defence taking marks. He's been pretty serviceable across there, Dobson. Just reads the game so well.
He's a good player, that is for sure. They both are, the brothers. Jenkinson going absolutely nowhere there.
I've only got the Jenkinson down for the 4 touches in the first half, boys.
They need a bit of run and a bit of drive. They just can't get any flowing football, neither side really.
Can't link any play up at all.
Nah, it's just tough conditions, let's be honest out there. There is Jenkinson on cue, held without it, free kick will go to him. That's Bailey. This is where you'd like to see him kind of pull the trigger and go back to the middle a little bit. He does that to Luke Wines. He's told to play on now, has to get it back to Jenkinson. Now he has to go out wide on that far outer side to James. James on that left foot kick and spots up McCutcheon, who unfortunately plays for the opposition team, and he takes a nice mark on centre wing.
Boys, Adam Wines, how's he going? He's going all right, hasn't he? They tell me. Another fine roll on Sammy Dobson.
Tried hard, Blackie, but you can tell the poor bugger's. He's got one arm. Yeah. He's tried hard. Probably, I'd say Dobson's won the battle. I think he's just about Croyd's best 2 or 3 players, isn't he?
5 or 6 marks, Sammy Dobson. He's been pretty solid.
I will say he's forcing him up the ground a fair way to take some of those marks, yeah.
And he's obviously playing under duress. You can see it.
Yeah, he is.
Courageous effort, that is for sure. Here goes his brother Matty. He's gang tackled and going absolutely nowhere. So, hasn't been a lot of highlights so far in the 2022 Grand Final, Hilly.
No, Matt, it hasn't, but hopefully over the next quarter and a half we see some daring play and some highlights, that's for sure. Smet's good. Got it out, looking for Birmingham. But ricocheted, Harrington gathers, will have a stoppage just off half forward, between half forward and wing for the Croydon Saints on that outer side. Horser got the tap down that time around. Out of bounds on the full will be the decision. Touched off the boots. And that win pretty swirly out there, Blackie. There's been a lot of out of bounds on the full and a lot of free kicks awarded for that. Here the Saints go. They'll go inside forward 50. Dobson goes to the square and reading it best beautifully was Tommy Batten on the last line of defence, and Mako Hire. Highlight of the day contender from the veteran from the North Warrnambool Eagles. Short by foot, Luke Wines, who's been terrific at a lot of the footy. He'll go short, still in defensive 50. Reaching for the mark was Jack Johnston. It just took it in the nick of time. So Johnston now looking for the next avenue to get it out of defensive 50. High up and under kick, drops short, but Jenkinson reads it nicely at the fall of the ball.
Starting to get into the game a little bit.
Takes the mark. So Jenkinson, where's his next avenue? He'll go short, over the top. Parrish is up the ground, takes the mark.
I reckon Vardy's pushed forward here, boys.
Yeah, I think they've had to do that necessity. He looks tired and sore.
It's awful sore.
Keys gets it running. Half forward, numbers back for the Saints. O'Sullivan flies. Loose football in the hands of Bowles. Danced around. Birmingham just went through his foot. Hard bump there from Johnston. They're meaning a little bit of action here, the North Warrnambool Eagles. And we'll have a stoppage about 48 metres out from the Eagles' goal.
They're pretty good down back, aren't they? You don't get a cheap goal against them at all. You earn everything you get down there.
So, ball up, Callett, no one won it. Corowa got it out and got it out of defensive 50 to 1-on-1. Johnston keeps his feet, paddles it forward and leads the chase over Will Couch. Try to get a little bit of meterage with the tap on down, further down the ground. Oh, may have been taken a little bit high, the Saints player on that outer side. But instead it's holding the ball. He tipped his head. And the Eagles will get the free kick, and it's going to be Austin Sinclair.
Yeah, he's been all right too today, Austin Sinclair. Certainly has a crack, that's for sure. Nice kick that time to the snooze man, Matty Wines. So he's about 55 out, the Eagles. What can they conjure up here? Little kick in for a beautiful kick to Felix Jones. And Jones takes a mark 25 metres out, and they need this goal, the Eagles. They are 2-2-14. They trail the Saints.
3-13-31.
3-13-31. No scoreboard here, but we've got it on the live stream, boys. So it looks like there's a couple of showers still about here at the football.
Huge kick. Huge kick.
All of a sudden, for as much dominance Croyd has, he kicks this back within 10 points.
So Felix Jones comes in now for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Kicks on its way, and he hasn't struck it that good, and it's gone across the face. Just shows how hard it is to kick out there today, boys.
Tough day at the office for sure.
When you see Ugle-Hagan and Merritt struggling in the $5,000 kick at half time, you know it's tough.
I was waiting for you to grab hold of the pill, Shuey. And
I think Poss wanted to have a kick, did he?
Actually, I should have got the sidewinder. You down there, Poss?
Yeah, I am, mate. Yeah, I am. And good to mention Zachy Merritt, as you said, we threw footy into the crowd, boys. He also chucked his boots into the crowd too, which was nice of him.
How good is that? How good is that? He's a great kid, Zach Merritt. Don't worry about that. And so's the other one, Ugle-Hagan. See the crowd around Ugle-Hagan?
Yeah, popular young
rock
man,
star.
isn't he?
Absolutely. There goes Corowa trying to take the football with him. Next goal critical here.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, Stewie. The next goal will put it down to 10 points, so...
Got to be the Eagles.
Or 11 points, I think.
Who won Nature Strip or Eduardo Eyes? Nature Strip ran Eduardo down. There you go. So the shorts up in Sydney, and the champ continues its reign. What a superstar horse Nature Strip has been. And gets the job done again. Phenomenal racehorse. And if you're joining us for the first time too, in the boat scratch in the final event.
Save for another day, Stewie.
Might be Friday night at the Valley, I reckon, boys. So here we go. Dion Johnson, he's worked hard all day, but the free kick's been plucked out. Going to go to Goodall. For the Croyd Saints, been rock solid again, Benny Goodall.
I know it's only halfway through the quarter, boys, but if we were looking at Ron Hoy, where are we looking at the moment?
Geez, I don't know. I reckon it's an absolute...
I don't think there's been a real dominant player on the ground.
Leave me out.
I reckon Dobson's been solid. Sammy Dobson, like he's been dangerous. McCutcheon's been solid. Hoy's been good. There he is again on cue. Liam Hoy, right in the centre of the ground, takes a nice grab.
Yeah, Mako High highlight. He'll go inside forward 50. Johnston, Couch, nice mark.
Good mark.
Great body-on-body mark there from Will Couch, and this is his bread and butter. Might be a difficult kick, though, because with the conditions we've got out on the ground, he'll go short. Whitehead's the target and just cleans up the angle a little bit, and Jaden Whitehead will have a shot from about 30 metres out. Sort of slightish angle, and he'll take one of his best because, as we know, Tildy, it's just been a difficult day to kick goals.
Yeah, and, still got that cross breeze there. So what is he, 35 out? Tough enough kick for sure, Hilly.
3-13 to 2-2-14, a 17-point lead to the Saints, looking for their 7th consecutive flag in the Hampden League. Jaden Whitehead launches into the footy. Jaden Whitehead kicks a goal, and they go up to 17 points the lead. I should say they go to 23 points is the lead. 2-2-14 North Warrnambool, 4-13-37. That's on the Shojan Concrete scoreboard. 18 minutes gone, Alan Blackburn.
Yeah, it's made it hard. The Eagles had their chance to kick a goal or two down the town end, but they get it down there once. Jaden Whitehead, pretty good kick for goal too, Tildy, wasn't it?
Had a good year, Jaden Whitehead. Pretty improved player. Pretty versatile too. Like he can play wing, half forward, half back, and a good size.
Let's go down to Possum Kelly, boys. Arts and K medical update. Billy Smets, Poss. He looks sore.
He does, Stu. He's come off. He's pretty upset. He threw the mouth guard away, sat down. I think it's a right knee. He got a little knock earlier in the game and had a bit of a spell, but he came back on. But he's limped off now. pretty distressed. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. And with Vardy already sore and losing Smets, it's not great for the Eagles.
Free kick here goes to Connor Byrne, right on the 50-metre arc. So it's another centre clearance to the Saints. Looking ominous now, aren't they? It's got a bit of a run on. Kick goes in, goes through the hands that time of Johnston. Stacks on the mill at the top of the 10-yard square, and we're going to have a ball up. So Keroit, they are 4 goals, 13-37, 2-2-14. North Warrnambool Eagles, that's on the Shojan Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard. Big fist that time by Callett. Coming through there was pulling. Dispossessed there was the Gub. And Whitehead in there again as well. We're going to have another ball up now. Healthy enough crowd. Blackie, big crowd at the netball earlier, big fella.
Really good. Very boisterous from both sides. Had really good followings. And, we got wet on about 4 times over there in that hour and a half period, Matthew. But we got the umbrellas up and, it was good.
A couple of heavy showers. So.
It was there, mate. It made it pretty hard for the shooters, but they done pretty well. Little Isabella Ray through the mid-court was good. Carly Watson was also good, but, good game in netball.
Who got best on, Blackie?
Isabel Ray.
Yeah, fantastic.
In the centre,
So ball's on centre wing. The Saints have got the control. Harrington works it over the top and just sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. So a 23-point margin in favour of the Saints. 20 minutes gone in this third term. And Tildy Carter, some Senate account stats.
Yeah, Hilly, we have 6 inside 50s for Keroit this quarter and 5 to the North Warrnambool Eagles. I have Bailey Jenkinson down to 6 touches for the day and Dallas Mooney down for only 3. So the 2 attacking halfback flankers have been pretty quiet today.
Absolutely. Ball's still on that, it's on the edge of the centre square. Between wing and half forward, that right half forward line for the Keroit Saints are kicking to the hockey field ends. Callett with a big jump. Extracted nicely there by pulling. Neve roving. Fell over, gathered, and then coat hangered. And he'll get a free kick 50 metres out for the Keroit Saints.
He's had a great year, hasn't he?
Yep, absolutely.
Great player.
Yeah, he's a good player, for sure.
Been sure with his hands all day for mine. He'd have to be in the better players.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's other good young kids in the District League that could quite easily make the step up to Hampden.
Oh, my oath, mate.
Yeah, plenty.
27 goals he's kicked throughout the course of the season, and not his best kick there, just off the one step. Out of bounds, we'll have a boundary throw in about 25 metres out from the Keroit goal. That's 23 points of the margin. Still not without their chances of the North Warrnambool Eagles. They come from a good margin down last week and kicked 6 goals to 1 in the prelim final against the Roosters to come out victors. So they're still in this game, but they just need to manufacture something, and pretty soon, Alan Blackburn.
Yeah, they do, mate. It's a shame with the scoreboard because I know everyone would know that Keroit were in front, but they don't exactly know how much they are, which is a bit of a shame, but anyway, hopefully they get it going again.
It's 4-13-37, the Saints, 2-2-14, the North Warrnambool Eagles. It's on the Shojan Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard. Shout out to Johnny Keast too. Keast Excavation's the best in the business.
Does a great job.
Oh, you don't mess around with the Keast boys, mate. They just get out there, they get the job done. No mucking around whatsoever. And he's got, of course, Harry running around out here in the senior footy, Johnny, as a light shower goes over the Reed Oval again. So, next goal, very, very important in this contest. The Saints doing on the bit at the moment, leading by 23 points. Looking for a free kick that time was Paddy O'Sullivan. Neve gets collected. Fraser Robb in there. And they're trying feverishly to get that scoreboard going over there by the looks of it, boys. Feverishly.
This is suiting Keroit, isn't it? Just wasting the time.
Stoppage, Blackie, for sure.
But what is going on here with O'Sullivan in the ruck, boys? Paddy O'Sullivan. Quick little kick forward there that time. Top of the 10-yard square. Coming through was Byrne. So where are Corowa? And Hoyser's obviously sitting back behind the football. So you can see Paddy O'Sullivan, he's only a youngster, doing the ruck work here, which is interesting.
Definitely interesting.
So up against Callett. Callett that time wins it down. There's Johnson. He's wrapped up by Robb. It's going absolutely nowhere.
Just quickly, boys, has Tommy Bolsh had a job on Parrish all day, or
no,
no, he hasn't.
No,
McPherson started on Parrish.
Parrish started deep in the square.
Right.
So it's Callett got the tap down. Grundy up the ground and just trying to get a bit of movement for the North Warrnambool Eagles. kicked it out. McPherson through his fingers. Goodall gathers. Handballs. Just too much from Mac Peterson. Will have a boundary throw in. That's 70 out from the Koroit goal. They lead 4-13-37 to 2-2-14. That's on the Shojin Concrete scoreboard.
And just on that, Blackie, I spoke to Tommy Bolsh during the week. They don't actually generally have contests. They just go on who picks up the key defender each time, and then it goes down height-wise.
Yeah.
That's how they work at the back six of Koroit. So, because I said, who do you think you'll be playing on? He said, I'll generally get the second or the third tall. So it's interesting, isn't it?
They're a well-drilled back six. We spoke about it before the game. They can play on any size players down there.
Hey, let's go down to Possum on the boundary. All thanks to Rent for Keeps.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. Billy Smets has actually gone into the roost, boys. He's very dejected to the point of almost in tears. So I suspect his day may be over.
So quick kick there by McPherson. Up the ground they go. Whitehead has to get out of trouble. Oh, Jones, he's wrapped him. Is that not to be a throw? It is. And it might just rejuvenate and give the Eagles a bit of life. Felix Jones.
They need something here just to spark him up a little bit.
So Jones had a great year for the North Warrnambool Eagles, was a key contributor last week. Short kick, not his best. Johnston dives, and they're straight onto him. He's not getting that out, and we'll have a throw up about 49 metres out. Tildy Carter, all thanks to Red for Keeps.
Yeah, so they need a goal's an understatement, boys. I just wonder whether Vardy might be able to take contested mark in the goal square, maybe, because it's just hard to see how they're going to get the next goal. They've only kicked 2 20-minute mark in the third quarter.
Parrish is probably another, isn't it? Just somehow just imposed. Here goes Porter, goal! Have a look at that one! Right on cue. Oh. That is a big goal too. Porter, magnificent scouting. He done it last week in the prelim final. And that was sensational. Son of Jason, of course. And the Eagles go to 3-2-20. They trail the Koroit Saints 4-13-37. That's on the Shojin Rockhart Concrete scoreboard. And that was as good a goal as we've seen today, boys.
Beautiful roving. And as Tildy said, they needed it badly. And he kind of kicked it. And the wind just took it nicely because it's blown across the ground there. And a great goal. Much needed. Another one now would be handy, wouldn't it?
Well, Blackie, speaking of wind, it's really getting up now to that hockey end, so they're going to come home with it. The Eagles, they just need to stay in touch.
Yeah.
Vardy back in the ruck, and Hawser got the tap down, so could it be the momentum that they need? The Saints will go inside, forward 50. Corriwer sets himself. Dobson reads it best. Handballs. Johnston intercepts. Handballs over the top, looking for Tommy James. Neve crumbing. He's wrapped up, and that's holding the ball. And you just get a bit of a feel about the Eagles, don't you, Tilt?
Just to get a bit of a feel, they're lifted, boys. Lifted their intensity around the contest. Pressure's been a lot better, and they just seem to be winning those 50-50 balls the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Still 17 points to the margin, so the Saints still got a nice lead in tough conditions. James, high up and under kick. Big fly. And well read by Jack O'Sullivan. Geez, he's had a good year, but boundary throw-in will occur because he ran over the boundary line, and that will be about 60 metres out from the Koroit goals. Blackers.
Yeah, as you say, there's still a little bit of life in the camp, I think, and as Poss said, kicking down to that hockey field end in the last quarter. They just don't want to leak one now, though, do they?
Well, they're generally, their final quarters have been brilliant the last couple of weeks. They come home against Koroit in the second semi-final. And, they come over the top of the Roosters in that final term last week as well. So if they can just hold them here, the Eagles, they're going to be well and truly in this if that wind has swung around. So there's Jenkinson over the top to the Chop Chop. Chop Chop looking for the snooze man Wines, and he's happy to see the ball go out of bounds. And we're going to have another boundary throw up. So minutes gone, 27 in this third term. And it's 37 Koroit, 20 North Warrnambool Eagles. That's on the Shojin Rockhart Concrete scoreboard. Another shower over the Reed Oval now this afternoon. Vardy again taps it down, this time to Grundy. He gets a quick kick forward, but take a nice mark. Was Tommy Bolsh uncontested across half back. So Bolsh, the youngster, plays on, likes to run and carry the football. Not his best kick, and he's kicked to his brother-in-law in Jetty Birmingham. The boys both go out with twin sisters. And a nice little mark on that far
twin
out
sisters
side.
of the great
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson, that was him. Yep.
What a legend.
Yep.
So plays on quickly here. That's Sinclair. High up and under. O'Sullivan getting back. Ball goes out of bounds again. How many ball ups this afternoon? All thanks to Sin of the Count Stats, Hilly.
Good question, Matt. I'd say well and truly about 100.
I think.
Yeah, about 73, Till. I was going to say about 100.
How much of that? It's all the play been on that side, boys.
One every 2 minutes, Blackie.
Yeah, it's the heat map's certainly over there. So inside forward 50 for the Eagles. A little palm down. Gathered. Jackson Grundy ricocheted off his Koroit opponent's leg. In there is Matty Wines. In there as a soldier. He just couldn't get that clean footy. Oh, that was clever by Neve. He was able to get the Whitehead. Trying to paddle it forward. There was the Saints through Couch. Coming through was Batten. Just trying to just control things a little bit. A nice kick, and he finds Bailey Jenkinson. He looks to run on, and he runs on with a bit of pace. Inside 50, the ball holds up. It's going to drop short. Through the fingers there of Sinclair. In there is Grundy once again. Dion Johnston lurking around the contest. And at 40 metres out from the North Warrnambool goal, we'll have a throw up number 74. It is 3-2-20 to 4-13-37. 17 points the margin. Matty Wines puts it out in front. Parrish dives. Jumping on it there is the Eagles. That was Felix Jones that was lurking. Joey McKinnon comes out to Green. He's wrapped up by Tommy Bolsh. Going nowhere. And we'll have another stoppage inside forward 50 for the Eagles.
It's lifted, the intensity's lifted, tilty.
No, it has, Blakey. I think Possum's pretty right down there. It's evident how much the Bruce has picked up at the moment. The ball is really holding up, kicking down to that town end at the moment. Yeah,
it's run almost straight out of the south now, Tildy, too, so it's going straight down the ground.
So if they could pinch another goal here, the Eagles, and go in, 10 points down at three-quarter time, they give themselves a chance anyway.
And you called this at the start of the day, Tilt. You said this win was going to swing. You have absolutely nailed it, Tildy Jane Bunt.
I don't think you laughed at me, Stu, did you?
I think I did. I thought I've never seen that. Unbelievable.
Works out the elements, the great man. He knows his wins.
Yeah, he needs to get the tools in before it starts raining.
That's right. Around this contest, who's there? Birmingham and Porter are the dangerous ones for mine. There's Vardy, taken high. Umpire says play on. Here's little Paddy O'Sullivan. He kicks out wide now. It's a foot race. Tommy Batten and Corowa. Look at the praying mantis. When he gets the stride up, he's hard to stop. Had a big man.
Those two boys.
They have.
Yep.
Had a great duel. And we've got another ball up. Can't be long to play. In this third term, we've ticked over 30.5 minutes on the Battery World time clock. No battery run out for us today. We've got a bag of batteries delivered here this morning. And Battery World looked after us. So a big throw in this time. It's Vardy again. Been magnificent, the ruck. There's Harrington. Down the field, free kick's going to go here. So right on the cusp of three-quarter time. Oh, it's going to be out of the range of pulling, but I'd get back to Aussie Eagles. Tommy Batten, I wouldn't turn me back.
I wouldn't be cribbing over the mark either. No, he's not going to.
Chumpy's not going to worry about it. And at three-quarter time, so it's an North Warrnambool Eagles 3-2-20. They trail the Koroit Saints 4-13-37. A 17-point lead to Koroit. But the Eagles, we believe, will be kicking with possibly a 2 to 3 goal breeze in this final term. Blackie and Tildy.
Yeah, look, there's still life in it. They've got to have self-belief, especially after the way they come home last week in the prelim. They were 21 points down at one stage late in the third quarter. So, look, they've got belief. They're running into their huddle now, and I still think they're a chance still.
Glimmer of hope, Blackie, a glimmer of hope. You look at the scoreboard, I think there's 17 scoring shots to 5, so they should probably be 6 or 7 goals down. But footy's all about taking opportunities, isn't it? And maybe, just maybe, in this last quarter, kicking with probably a 2 to 3 goal wind advantage, the Eagles might be good enough to take their opportunities inside the 450.
Well, they've been strong. Their final terms have been strong the last couple of weeks. So
just with Vardy and his fitness, I don't know, you've watched the whole game here, Blakes, but he just looks to be labouring a little bit to me. If he can get on top in the ruck, get some centre clearance, it's going to make a big difference.
I think he's sore, but I still think he's been the Eagles' best three for the day, to be honest. Yeah, he's doing a great job.
He's been enormous.
I didn't see last week's game, but I think he sort of pinpointed a few blokes some taps in that last quarter last week. So if he can get a couple out of the middle here, she's very much game on.
Righto, I tell you what, we're going to take a break. We've got 1 quarter to go in the 2022 Hampden Football Netball League Grand Final. Let's take a break. On the other side, we'll come back with final quarter action on your home of football and netball, 94.5 3YB FM.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, SunGold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central, 3YB FM.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Go! Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport, Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britton MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from Parliamentary Budget.
3 steps: design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
If you've been injured, make the call. Find out if you have a claim. Madden's Lawyers is the region's most experienced injury compensation firm. Madden's Lawyers. Make the call.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. That's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Right, thanks ladies and gentlemen, got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, I've bid 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Stay warm in one of Narrawong Island Holiday Park's fully self-contained cabins where you can enjoy the sound and serenity of the ocean. Narrawong Island Holiday Park, your water escape on the mainland.
Southwest Local News is fast becoming known for its free, trusted, reliable and compassionate local news service. Southwest Local News. Local, free, always will be. 3 nights a week on Fitzmedia's Facebook page.
On 3YB-FM, this is Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Roma Britnell MP and Madden's Lawyers.
5 3/4 time huddles, and it's interesting to note too, the Saints are right out and out there in a big way, and Adam Dowie, they're in position ready to go. Adam Dowie is just urging the final little chat here for the North Warrnambool Eagles to try and get them across the line. They are kicking with a slight breeze in this final term. They trail by 17 points. Hilly, Tildy and Blackie, can they get the job done?
Possibly. Adam's always been known to use the full couple of minutes at 3/4 time. Big huddle around the Eagles. You know, as we said, it's just vital, this first goal. If Vardy can get one down to Porter, or see Johnson's moved in the middle of the ground, they get it back to 10 points, kicking with this breeze, well, they're right in it. But you'd have to say, in general play, Croydon have been well on top. So I still think the Saints will probably still prevail here and win 7 in a row.
Centre clearance is very, they're very important here. They've got Vardy in the ruck. See Kellett's on the bench. So they've probably got a little bit small up forward. They've got Parrish and McKinnon up forward, but centre clearance is very important now, especially the first couple.
So as they get themselves into position, anything you can see, Blackie or Tildy, just with...
the move of Johnson standing out to me at the moment here. Hilly's moved in the midfield. I thought he's pretty good across half forward. I was actually thinking that he might have gone down and played one out in the goal square inside 50, but moved him in the middle of the ground.
Birmingham at half forward as well. Looking up the other end, no real changes. Neves up there, as is
Jenkinson's halfback still.
Liam Hoy forward.
Yeah, forward. I'm pretty sure he'll go through the midfield at times though in this quarter.
So McCutcheon pulling and McHenry starting on the ball. Whilst for the Eagles, we've got Porter, we've got Jackson Grundy in there, and Dion Johnson. So we're going to be up for one hell the final term here. It is the Croydon Saints leading by 37 points. The Dynasty looking to continue with 7th in a row, where the North Warrnambool Eagles looking for their very, very first here in the Hampden Football
I was
Netball
going to say,
League.
Hilly, who's Vardy's go-to midfielder for this first tap out? Johnston?
Yeah, I reckon it'll be either Johnston, or he might even go to tap down to Johnston and look for a running pass to Porter or even Grundy just to get that big kick
The
forward.
instruction, Hilly, from Dowie to Vardy is to hit the ball into space as hard as he can, so it'll be interesting to see what he does at this centre break.
Rightio, let's see what this final quarter of 2022 does for us here at the Reed Oval. And Hawes got the tap down. Porter worked hard and got a little toe poke forward, almost losing his footing. There was Birmingham, got the handball over the top, little paddle on. Sinclair inside forward 50, over the top of his target, out of bounds, first inside forward 50 for the North Warrnambool Eagles, Alan Blackburn.
Yeah, good centre clearance, and that's where they want it. Now they can lock it in there, hopefully, and get a couple of repeat entries and maybe get a bit of scoreboard pressure against Croydon.
Oh, it's an exciting final term we've got coming up here. The Breeze has certainly got up, and the Eagles are coming home with it, and they've got a big man called Nathan Vardy, who's been magnificent. High up and under that time. That was Benny Dobson. Fist. Luke Wines gathers back to Batten. Swings around the body. It's gone out of bounds on the full. Shout out to Matty Canady, Conquest Pools. He's tuning in. He's down the coast today watching. One of our great sponsors on Hampden League Live.
Oh, this bloke is sitting here, right?
You telling Blackie?
Oh, Blackie, not happy. Not happy with the gentleman in the front, mate.
I hear you knocking, Alan.
He's not too bad, Blackie.
Let him know, Blackie.
I'm trying to.
He's not too bad. I don't think he's got anywhere to sit, Blackie. So I think you're just going to have to let that one slip through to the keeper, big fella. Vardy, big fist over the top. Here's Grundy. Just goes over the top. So they need to pinch. They need to find some goals here.
I think their best avenue for goals, Stewie, they've got to get out of that pocket.
I agree.
It's
Square it up and take
over
risks.
there. You've got to, yep. Whether Vardy tries to flick this one over the back from this boundary throwing.
What do the Saints do defensively, Tildy, obviously, because that wind's sort of favouring that hockey field end.
There we go.
They'll get numbers back, Hilly, and they'll be quite happy making stoppage after stoppage, and they'll defend out that far side of the ground at all costs.
You heard me, Stewie. He sat down.
Good,
I said, Alan Blackburn's up there. I better sit.
Someone give him the word up, I'd say.
I'll tell you, a nice tap down from Hawes. I liked his game this afternoon. Loose ball comes out. The Eagles trying to gather it. And not going anywhere was Austin Sinclair, who's tried hard throughout the course of the day for the North Warrnambool Eagles. So 4-13-37, 3-2-20 is the scoreline. 17 points in favour of the Croydon Saints. And they've just got their noses ahead on the scoreboard and leading that charge to get that 7th consecutive Hampden League Premiership flag. High throw in, no contact with the ball that time around Vardy. Plenty of players around the stoppage, and as you said, Tildy, they'd be just happy for this to happen for majority of the quarter, the Saints.
Yeah, they'll just bottle it up over that side of the ground and just keep pushing numbers up. As you can see now, mate, I don't think they've got a number 4 to centre at the moment, Croydon.
So 50-50 football there. Birmingham trying to do his best for his Eagles. He's not able to do anything. We'll have a throw up once again. Possum, let's go to you. All thanks to Rents for Keeps.
Yeah, good on you, Hilly. Blackie, Tildy and Blackie spot on there. That ball is no good for the Eagles over there where it is. They need to take some risks and bring it through the centre and try and get out to this side, which is much easier to score from. So I think Croydon would be quite happy playing the game where it is at the moment.
Ball held up and some good defensive work there by the Croydon Saints, and they've just been resolute as always. They're the best defensive team in the competition, averaging 42 points a game against, so you just know how hard they work, and that's on the back of their midfielders helping out as well. So boundary throw in 40 metres out, a 17-point margin, 3 minutes gone in this final term. Vardy, big tap down. Now it's a hot footy. Grundy, quick kick on the boot to the goal square. Joey McKinnon's there, and it just scootles past him and Jack O'Sullivan, and we have a minor score.
They need a couple of quickies, don't they? If they can just go bang, bang. O'Sullivan wants to play on really quickly and runs and carries it. His full quota. Vardy takes a nice mark, though. The big man for the Eagles. He's trying to lift here. He wants to urge him across the line. So Nathan Vardy, high up and under. He's just got to square that off a bit more for mine. Just not go in that pocket. He's got to just try and bring it to the fat side. So Truckee Shields, the runner for the Eagles. I'm tipping it. Wigsy Dowie's just said, Truck, get out there and tell him to fatten it up a bit.
But maybe it's where the guys are leading, Stewie. If you're not leading out there, you can't keep doing it.
Nah, just get it to the hot spot. 20 metres out, and you just got to hope. because you're going to be a better chance to score. Big fist away again by Vardy. Here's Dion Johnson. They got some goals through stoppages last week, the Eagles.
Just wonder now, boys. I know he's carrying an injury, Wines. It was worth maybe swapping Wines and McKinnon over. Roll the dice and see if Wines can kick your goal up forward.
Good call. I don't mind that tilt. So we got another ball up. Jamie Lake balls it up again. Vardy and Hoysler been at it all day. Quick kick out of the pack, not 10. Play on's the call. Felix Jones wrapped up in a tackle. Ball comes out. McCutcheon to Chumpy pulling. Pulling now, just happy to barrel one long and strong. Good mark by Korowa. He's got a little bit of space now. He took the bounce. Bounces to himself. Takes a second bounce. That was ambitious, son. Beautiful play, but Jackie Johnson, you can hear the crowd.
Bringing out this side.
You're right. Switch the play, son. He's got a player out here in Porter. Look at him open up the eyes. There's a few boys here. He just hasn't pulled the trigger quick enough, and now they're going to go back to that dead side.
Yeah, not his best kick there because it's chopped off. Liam Hoy, who's taken the mark on that outer side, so he just had numbers on that outer side. Well, the broadcast, I should say, inside. Hoy goes. It's working close to the boundary line. Good mark. Terrific mark, Will Couch. Distance will certainly test him because it's been a hard end to kick goals here this afternoon. But I'd imagine he'll run around and prove the angle and just give it a good old kick. Will Couch. 16 points of margin. Short kick on the lead. O'Sullivan, good punch away there by the Eagles defender. Lukey Wines. The follow-up there from O'Sullivan wasn't able to keep it in. We'll have a boundary throw. Both sides have sort of gone to those pockets when they're kicking to those forwards on the lead, aren't they?
Yeah, Crawford could be quite happy kicking into that pocket now because all of a sudden they've got another stoppage bottled up on that side of the ground.
Just on Jackie Johnson. Probably should have taken initiative straight away and played on, but anyway, he's only a young kid in his first year.
And he's done a pretty reasonable job today, to be honest.
Yeah, he has. Let's go downstairs for an Arts and K medical update. Possum Kelly, what do you got for us, mate?
Yeah, good on you, Stewie, for Arts and K. We won't see Billy Smets again. He's just limped back out from the rooms with his right knee heavily strapped, and he's sitting on the bench, boys, so he's done.
Yeah, he's done. Poor old Billy. Free kick goes to Ben Dobson here. So you just got a feeling if the Saints get the first goal here of this final quarter, it could be all over. If the Eagles get one, it's game on. Little chip kick. Out on that far outer side, I think it's Dallas Mooney. Start thinking Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day. Ron Hoy medalist, boys. Mooney, high up and under. Doesn't get a lot of distance. Good mark. Birmingham.
Played a good game.
He's been brilliant too, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So Jetty Birmingham. So this is where they've got to take a few risks for mine.
Yeah.
Goes, squares it up.
Yep,
And James, this is where James got to go right out this side. He's got to just pull the trigger. So kicks to a 50-52. Not the best result. Cutting it off his couch. Off one step, goes through for minor score. So they're trying. They are trying to get things happening, but they're just not opening their eyes up this side for my boys. I know it's easy from the commentary box.
Yeah, they're coming out here, Stewie.
Here we go. So Tommy Batten, this is where they need to score from.
Wines have just come on here, boys.
So Wines just come on, Matty. Keast, Dobson cutting it off in front. That was good play to O'Sullivan. Steps around a couple. Oh, good play by the youngster. Kick inboard now by Dobson. Goes through the hands there of Rob. He got met heavily off the football. And the ball's just going to dribble out of bounds, and we're going to have another ball up.
Wow, so, geez, they look a bit tight out there too, Blackie. Just, a few tight legs as we get into the fourth quarter in this grand final. 17 points to the margin. It's a rarity we've seen the ball on this broadcast side. Boundary up by a nice deep throw in. Vardy front position. Works it back, looking for Birmingham. Little toe poke, Neve gathers, turns around, inside 50. Korowa, 2 bites to the cherry and takes the mark. Just lost his footing there, Tommy Batten. And Jared Korowa will look to get the Saints to a 23-point lead, Tildy Carter.
Kicks this, boys. I know it's only, what are we, the 8-minute mark, but if he kicks this, it's pretty hard to see him coming back.
Wow, they've got to kick 5 goals, don't they?
Yeah, and they've only kicked 3.
So Korowa,
for this last quarter.
He's played a good game. He's been a real dangerous focal point up there for the Saints this afternoon.
Like their battle, Hilly. I reckon they've had a good duel, these two.
Absolutely, agree. Korowa, it's been the toughest end of the ground to kick goals this afternoon. Looking for his first and to push that margin out to 23 points and get that edging closer to that 7th consecutive flag. Korowa comes in and it's just fading across. Big mark in the pocket, not paid. Ball goes over the boundary line for a out on the full free kick to the North Warrnambool Eagles, and a couple of little pushes and shovers there in that pocket. Jack Johnston, Paddy O'Sullivan, and the team amongst there. Blackie.
Yeah, they've got to take a bit of a risk, haven't they? But they've got to have the players switched on to come out this side. That's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that, Blackie. Here they go. They're going to go out this side now. This is what we want to see. They've got to take it on, take the game on.
Here we go.
Wines was met heavily too there. She's play on though. Porter's got the ball. You keep an eye on the fight. Ball goes forward. Getting back. That was good by Jackie O'Sullivan.
Saved the day there.
And that was absolutely magnificent. There was a bit going on behind the play. And there's just a little bit of fire in the belly here. You can just feel it lifting. Good fist away by Birmingham over the top. But this is where the ball's got to be if you want to score.
I agree. I must give 2 pats on the back to Jack O'Sullivan and McPherson. They've just been on top of McKinnon and Parrish all day. They don't get beaten at all.
Here we go. So a big ball up now comes in. Vardy. He's just pumps it forward once again. Whitehead goes through his hands. Matty Wines gathers, shrugs off a tackle. No, he gets the handball out. And we're going to have a ball up.
I reckon here's Stewie, these stoppages. North Warrnambool just got to take a risk and get on the fly. I know Vardy's going to try to hit the footy forward to advantage. Just take off from a stoppage.
Take off and just take it. Try and get it into a bit of open play. Create that space, create that vacuum. So big ball up again. Vardy pumps it forward again, exactly what you just said, Tildy. Here goes pulling. He gets around. Wrapped up there is Whitehead by Felix Jones going nowhere.
Tildy, the boys have got to be onto it because that was the message from Dowie at three-quarter time. He's got to hit the ball as far as he could from stoppages, but there's no one there on the outside to grab it.
No, you're right, Poss. They've got to get on the move more.
So Vardy in the rack, got the tap down. Wines reads it best. Quick snap forward, working its way around, but just not enough. And a minor score, so it's a 16-point margin, 4-14-38 to 3-4-22. One of the lowest scoring grand finals we've seen in the modern era in the Hampden Football Netball League. O'Sullivan plays on immediately and just wants to get distance. It's a floater, but it's going to be only as far as Sinclair. Now what can the Eagles do? Plays on. He goes a daisy cutter kick, gathered by Callett, lost it, picked it up, out to Luke Wines, round the body, snap, it's a 2-on-1. Lewis, roving, might have been taken high, and Lewis will get the free kick.
Free kick was there too, boys, the chop.
Tell him he can get up now, he's got the free chop.
He put the body on the line, and he just got taken high, and I'll tell you what, if he kicks this, and he should,
10 points.
Take it back to 10 points at the 12-minute mark of this final term. Jeez, he's been bashed around today, Jared Lewis. He's had a couple of heavy knocks, kicking the ribs, knocking the head.
Got to kick this too, boys.
Back a fair way, chop.
So Jared Lewis, he's been a part of the other 2 grand final campaigns for the North Warrnambool Eagles in 16 and 19. He'll kick from 12 metres out to reduce the margin to 10 points. Lewis comes in. And Lewis goes for the Eagles. It's game on here at the Reed Oval. 4-14-38, 4-4-28. Alan Blackburn, Tildy Carter for Hampden League Live.
Wow, well, we've got a ball game now, boys. And as you say, Tildy, if you leave the door ajar, they can open the door and come in, mate. So, Vardy and the ruck centre clearances are important, and this will give them a bit of, life now, won't it?
10 points. What do we got to play, boys? Probably
another 13.
Yeah, got a long way to go.
Another 15 or 17 minutes, to be honest.
Do you reckon here that Ben Dobson's moved on the ball for Croydon, which is interesting? I wonder who he'll try to, get to here, Vardy. Will
Porter or Birmingham?
Porter or Birmingham, maybe Wines on the fly, trying to get on his left foot.
Here we go. This is game on here. 10-point lead to the Saints. Eagles coming home with a breeze. Hampden League Live Grand Final. Vardy's been enormous up against Heusler again. Heusler this time wins it down. Dobson gets in there and he gets the clearance. Beautiful football by the Croydon Football Club there. Kick out into space. Here comes James. Just overruns it. Little Burn happy to see the ball go out of bounds, and we're going to have a ball up on that far outer side.
We spoke about it before the game. Isn't it a luxury to have Ben Dobson playing half back all day and then be able to throw him in the midfield and he wins a vital clearance?
At the crucial time.
Yep.
Good play up. So boundary throw in, shallow throw in. Hawes a great tap down. As far as Benny Dobson extracted the handball to Paddy O'Sullivan. He was able to get it out. Taken high there, the Saints. I reckon that may have been Hoy.
Rob, I reckon.
Or it might have been Rob. They look so similar out on that field. And Fraser Rob, it is. He looks a little bit ginger as he's getting up. So Fraser Rob Where will his kick go to next? Will he go short just to try and set up? Pullings offers. He'll go inside forward 50. Watch Dobson fly. At the back there was Jenkinson. He's all wrapped up, going nowhere. And the ball inside forward 50 for the Saints.
Yeah, it's, game on, boys. As we said, they kicked a lot of points, Koroyd, but North kicking down to the hockey field, Emma's probably worth 2 or 3 goals, but you never give Koroyd away. Still got 2 goals to win it.
So the ball now deep in Koroyd's forward 50. We're going to have another ball up now. So they've just got to take some risks here. They've got to pull the trigger and go through the middle of the ground and bring it out to this commentary box side. Hampden League Live Grand Final line. Quick kick out of the pack now. Going to go out of bounds again. Yes, it is.
And, boys, they've got one spare down there. Is that McPherson spare? So do we man up and make it equal in the forward line? I think I would.
I probably would too, Blakey. At this situation where you've got to kick goals to win the game.
Yeah.
So boundary throw in. Vardy, front possession, big tap down. Almost hit Goodall on the chest. Good pick up there by Robin again. And we'll have that stoppage inside forward 50 for the Saints. So they're great at controlling the ball, the Saints, and getting it on their terms. Vardy again got the palm down through the hands of Wines. Porter got the handball out. Nice work, McHenry. Jenkinson all wrapped up. Going nowhere and holding the ball. So a free kick for the Saints. And it's going to go to Taylor McHenry. So McHenry got the handball to Dobson. Dances around one. Benny Dobson sets sail to the top of the square. Watch for Kola. Sammy Dobson in the goal square takes the mark.
Good mark.
He just judges the ball so well, Sammy D. And he's going to kick from point-blank range and to extend that margin back out to 16 points. And when you're thinking about best on-ground medals, Tildy Carter, I reckon he might come into consideration. His work's been pretty good.
I reckon he will for sure too, boys.
Tough conditions. He's been pretty good, hasn't he? Hasn't the move from Chris McLaren of Ben Dobson on the ball been vital here in the last 5 minutes?
16 minutes gone. 10 points the margin. Dobson looking for his second of the day. Comes in and kicks a goal. They're up by 16 and they're just edging that ever so closer to the dynasty continuing of 7 consecutive flags. 5-14-44, 4-4-28. Tildy Carter on Hampden League Live.
Well, they were challenged there for a period, but just the quality of the 2 Dobsons boys, wasn't it? Like Ben's won a couple of clearances and Sam Dobson, he just judged the ball really well there, held up in the bruise, he got to front spot, made no mistake from about 10 metres out.
Yeah, just watching the replay here, Tildy, he did judge it. He got a run at it, marked it on his chest, still contested mark, and then he kicked the ball. Yeah, that's been the move for me. Benny Dobson, 1 centre clearance and then an inside 50, so he's been really good.
So the ball back in the middle. What have the Eagles got here? Vardy goes up against Toysler. The big man gets it down to Porter. Porter, the clearance king specialist. Judah Green on the end of it. Marks at the 50-metre arc. The youngster for the North Warrnambool Eagles gets it on quickly. Good kick it was too and finds Keast. So is this the quick response to the Eagles here? He's got to go back and slot it here, Keast. He's going to go short. Little chip kick over to Lewis. Unselfishly. And he's moved the ball 10 metres further forward. And Chopper Lewis is going to go back and try and kick his second goal of the final term and bring the margin back to 10 points. And there's still just a little bit of life, but he's got to kick this, boys. Lewis.
Another shower coming too, boys.
Another little shower downstairs. So Chopper comes in, kicks on its way. Umpire moves to the right. So you've got to make the most of every opportunity right now, Scotty Carter.
Tough kick, though. Really tough kick to the bruise bone across the ground. I just still think now whether Adam might roll the dice and push the captain forward. I know he's not in great condition with his arms, but he might just draw a bit of attention, draw a free kick down there in the goal square.
So here we go, the Saints. They're looking to win their 7th consecutive flag, which is quite phenomenal. Big, long raking kick that time by Benny Dobson. Far out of sight. Happy to see. And I reckon they're just going to try and defend here now, Blackie and Hilly.
Yeah, 18 minutes gone, mate. So, look, we're looking at another 10 minutes probably. And as you say, they've just got to try and get the ball, centre it forward, keep it out of that pocket over there and hope for the best. But Croyd are good at manufacturing stoppage after stoppage.
15 points the margin. Porter trying to get it. Sees over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Neve He's had a great game this afternoon. Great first year at the Saints, 28 goals. And, well, he could be a premiership player very, very soon if they can hang on here, the Koroyd Saints.
About 8 of them in there.
Yeah,
8 in the...
Mac Peterson, Paddy O'Sullivan,
Jack O'Sullivan,
Fraser Robb,
Thomas Bolsh,
Tommy Bolsh. There's a few of them. Dylan McCutcheon. Hot football still inside the centre square. Coming out to meet it is Luke Wines. Picks it up nicely, tackled, lost the footy. Now Jaira Neve trying to do his best work. They're jumping on it for a last-ditch effort here for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Football comes out, but no, umpire's going to call it back. We'll have a throw up on that outer side wing. 5:14:44, 4:5:29. 19 minutes gone in this final term.
I'm just watching Adam Wines after that tackle.
Me too, mate. Me too.
He's tough, mate.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's very, very sore today, and he has been from the very first bounce. McCutcheon had his kick smothered that time. Birmingham shoved off the football without it, and the umpire says free kick to Jet. And he is a Jet, this kid.
He's been good today. He's played a good game.
Been fantastic. So that's it. Pull the trigger, come back through the middle. That's what I like to see. Just take a risk, son. Lukey Wines, can he gather? Just under a little bit of heat and pressure. Johnston could have been taken high, looking for holding the football. Saints are out here, and guess who's on the end of it? Dobson! Sammy Dobson! No! Goes through for a minor score. 5:15:45, the Saints. North Warrnambool Eagles 4:5:29. That's on the Shogun Rockhard Concrete scoreboard. They tell me they've run out of UDLs in the sponsors function, and it's a riot in there. As long as they got the dry cans when the boys finish.
Lukey Wines kicks it out of defence, almost on the half volley. There was Porter coming hard. There was Mac Peterson. He's all wrapped up. And we'll have a throw up about 65 from home, Tildy Carter.
This question for you, Hilly. How many possessions do you reckon Tim McPherson has given up to his direct opponents today?
I would say 1 or 2.
Wouldn't be many more.
No. He's a rocket Gibraltar, there's no doubt about it. Doesn't get a lot of footy himself, but just restricts his opponent. Neve did well. Dobson's in there once again. Loose football. Austin Sinclair's tried hard all day for the Eagles, and a young emerging talent for the North Warrnambool side. And he's been one of their highlights of the year. But
Tildy, Hilly, just watch this here, Tildy. Now, there needs to be North Warrnambool players here to the right of Nathan Vardy in space, which there isn't at the moment, because he's going to hit it straight to Mac Peterson if he wins this hit. You watch here.
Yeah, or an on-ball getting on the move, Possum, you're right.
So Vardy, palm down, Neve leading the chase, Wines on his tail, picks up, loose football. Good work there by Connor Byrne, may have not had it. McCutcheon comes in like a raging bull and sees it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So the Saints are 16 points up, 22 minutes gone, final term, and they are looking more likely that 7th flag is going to hit their trophy cabinet out of Victoria Park this evening. Goodall inside 50. Corolla meets it well, and it's just wrapped to his chest. And again, we'll have another stoppage. I reckon that's nearly hitting the 3 digits this afternoon in 100.
They've got 2 behind the ball here, boys. Koroyd, Jack O'Sullivan's, Tim McPherson's free, and also Jeremy Orser. So it's going to be hard to score.
7 flags, Koroyd.
Yeah, amazing.
It is. Phenomenal. Will we see that in our lifetime again, boys?
No.
I don't think so either.
No.
I do not think so. Unbelievable football club and what they've done.
It's not going to end anytime soon, Stewie.
Nah, they've got some good kids coming through, haven't they? There goes Pat, and he kicks down the line now, right in front of the commentary box here. It's a foot race. Here goes Grundy Jackson. Little banana kick, but it's 1v4. Big fist away from Jackie O'Sullivan.
He just about blew the wind out of that footy then, Matty. Yeah, 7 premierships, amazing, and there is a bit of talk about the futures of guys like Jeremy Horsler and Dallas Mooney. We'll have to see what happens after
Brett Harrington.
Yep.
Bit of a change in the guard, but they've got some good ones coming through, haven't they? Good kids and stuff, you know. It's just...
Gradines are runners up, I think.
Yeah, so they've got a bit of talent. That is for sure.
He's tried hard, Barty, for sure.
I was talking to an ex-Koroyd premiership captain, Isaac Templeton. He's got a job next year, hasn't he, boys? They tell me.
What's that one, Blackie? Penzers.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of hot news off the press. There's Vardy. He's been North's best for mine. Oh, him and Birmingham. Been brilliant, I reckon. Here goes.
Vardy.
Little Figs. Mate, he's a brilliant ruckman.
I love Vardy.
His tap work has been phenomenal, mate.
He loves him.
I've got to agree for sure, and he's been awesome today.
I've never seen, his influence on this last 3 weeks of finals have been as good as I've seen.
And probably under duress as well.
Yeah,
he's sore.
He's sore.
He's about 70% fit, I reckon.
Nah.
He keeps trying, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he's playing against good opponents. Jesse Hoyser's been a great ruckman in this league for a long time.
You can tell he's invested, he wants success for his footy club.
So kick comes forward. Here's Dobson. I reckon he's our Ron Hoy medalist, boys. I don't want to put the mocker on him, but he has been enormous. He's taken the most marks on the ground, and he's been the most influential. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think his brother's not far behind him the last quarter. He's playing just quietly.
He's been good.
How many's he kicked, Sammy Dobson?
Two. He's kicked 2, so 2 out of
They're
5.
They're waxing it now.
They are waxing. I reckon he would have taken about 12 marks this afternoon. So Dobson goes out wide. Just goes through the hands that time of the Gub McHenry. Watch those little hands, mate. You need them for those sparking works. Official crowd numbers just getting handed to us now, too, boys. Have we got a drum roll? Official crowd, Hampden Football Netball League Grand Final this afternoon. Reed Oval, first time back here. 11,476.
That's going to be a record.
That's a world record.
That is a record. So McDonald's, Anthony Negro nearly drove off the car when he heard that. Here's Dion Johnson, high up and under. He's been good for the Eagles too. He'd be in their best players this afternoon, Dion Johnston. And the sting well and truly gone out here. The Saints faithful, Bushrat, Dallas Ants, just gearing themselves up to run onto the MCG of the Bush.
Pussy Murray, Johnny Keane, Johnny Ray, they'll be all there.
What a proud footy club. And it's the Saints 5-15-45. The Eagles 4-5-29. Shojan Rock Hard Concrete scoreboard.
Jeez, they'd nearly have to look for an extension at the club rooms, I reckon. They're
Some
feeling
silverware
they're feeling it pretty nicely. And tell you what, I don't think it's the end here, just quietly. I think they've got a lot more to bring over the next couple of years, the Saints.
I'll tell you who might be back for the Saints next year too, Timmy McIntyre. So they might lose a couple, but they might gain a couple as well.
So the Eagles through Lukey Wines. I reckon he's tried hard all day off his half-back line. He's had a terrific season and has tried to will his team forward, but just hasn't been able to be successful at times. So 26 points the margin. 26 minutes gone. Final turn. Big crowd here at the Reed Oval. 16 points the margin, and the Saints are going to win their 7th consecutive flag. The dynasty will continue. Jenkinson off the back. And it goes out of bounds on the full. Free kick to the Saints. What an amazing football club. Culture off the field. Their leadership on the field. Their development of junior players. They just tick all the boxes, don't they?
You just got to give credit where it's due, don't you? It's a terrific footy club. And the young guys, when they come in to play senior footy, they're ready-made, ready to play senior players.
Yep.
They're not there just to coast along. They're ready to play their partner side.
They have impact. And you look at the side today, Bolsh, young fella. Mac Peterson.
I think both been really good.
Terrific. John Neve, a young bloke. Yep. Connor Byrne.
Yep.
Dangerous early.
Paddy O'Sullivan.
Matty Wines gets the football, handballs it out, but just along the ground. Birmingham tries to track it for the North Warrnambool Eagles. Goes in again. He's been terrific. Back to Wines. Here comes his brother in Adam. Short kick in the pocket. Good punch away there by McPherson. And a free kick given away against Parrish. He was hanging on to McPherson. And I reckon he's got a 100% strike rate, Big Gator.
Just doesn't get a bag kicked on him, does he?
But I don't reckon he's actually lost a flag. Every year he's been a Koroit, he's won a premiership flag.
Yep.
That's amazing.
And I reckon he's come from Pamuir when they won the flag as well. So his strike rate's pretty good. Soccer kick there by the Eagles. Tripping over was Jenkinson. Luke Wines navigates Travick. Got a toe poke, but not far enough. And they're going to clear the Saints. McHenry finds Horsler, who took a nice diving mark.
How many flags for this bloke?
Big Jesser.
Has he played in all 7?
Him and Mooney.
It was 7. Him and Mooney, 7. That is phenomenal. 7 flags.
I think Goodall's the most, isn't he?
I reckon he'd have 9.
Yeah, he would have gone back to those early ones.
03, 07, 09.
He is an absolute freak show. Goodall. Big kick down. There's Chumpy. What a season this kid's had too. The ex-Merivale Tiger. Alex pulling. Kicks out wide to McCutcheon, the bricky. Oh, he's got to play. Oh, you just didn't hear him coming. And holding the pill. And Felix Jones will get the resultant free kick. He just thought he had a bit more space and time there. Did Dill McCutcheon. Had a good year finishing top 10 of the Maskell too, boys, McCutcheon. Yes. Cuts it across to Adam Wines. The rain comes down. Hopefully it stops here at the end of the game for the celebration so everyone can get out there amongst it, kick off the ground. Geez, the ground's held up well, boys, hasn't it? The amount of weather we've had and water.
Yeah, it has.
You wouldn't even know. Here's Birmingham. God, he's a good kid.
Got plenty of time when he has the ball, doesn't he?
Sinclair, far out of sight, can't be long to play. Diving there, Brett Harrington. That's the desperation of the Saints. And the ball goes out of bounds. 29 minutes gone, can't be long to play. 5:15:45 Saints, North Warrnambool 4-5-29. They are on their way to 7 in a row, Hilly.
Unbelievable. What a footy side. They've just dominated this Hampden League for a number of seasons now. The last 20 years, they've had so much success. Hot football, Wines comes and meet it. Sinclair there as well. And no one's going nowhere. So all eyes will be on who the best players are awarded, our Ron Hoy medal and VCFL medal. There's a bit of the crowd starts dispersing here at the Reed Oval. South Warrnambool won the Open Division netball, and the Koroit Saints are going to win senior football number 7 in a row. And a free kick will go to the North Warrnambool Eagles through Birmingham. Do you see Birmingham going on to bigger and better things next year? Do you see him playing VFL?
Yep.
Or
Sandful
or something along the lines?
Yeah, I do. I think he can play at a high standard for sure. I'm not sure if he's got the desire to, but he's definitely good enough.
I think the word is he might want to have a push.
Good on him.
I hope so.
Good on him.
Great kid. Jack Johnston, ball in hand, 60 from home. We've ticked over the half an hour mark. Batten, inside 50 to Parrish. Dives on it, gathers. But he's not going anywhere. And we'll have another stoppage. So the Koroit Footy Club, 7 in a row, 7th heaven. They'll be out at Victoria Park tonight out on Blackburn. What a side, what a club, what an effort.
On and off the field, they're strong, aren't they? They just keep wanting to improve each year. They don't rest on their laurels, do they? They just want to improve, bring kids through, new people through the committee, new president every couple of years. So they really work hard on trying to, be a really good footy club, which they are.
Yeah, they're a fantastic football club, Blackie. They deserve everything that comes their way. Good people involved with that football netball club. Can't be long to play here. We've ticked into junk time. 31 minutes gone. And our man, Possum Kelly, on the boundary. He is going to cover everything for us after this game. He's going to get interviews. He's going to do the whole kit and caboodle. And the camera will be following him around too. So that'll be on the live stream as well.
He's put his makeup on.
He's got the makeup on. The football, too, would have just started. Collingwood v Sydney at the SCG prelim final. Who's going to take on the Cats?
Has the Cats been mentioned much today?
Oh, Blackie. I think
early on, Blackie.
Hasn't been touched.
Oh, hasn't been touched. I think it has, big fella. So the ball goes up again. That time it's Heusler down.
Blackie, can you tell these people to take a seat in front of us?
Nah, it's nearly junk. It's junk time now.
Junk time, mate.
And it's raining. Probably if it wasn't raining, I'd
It
the
was
bloke
a
who was in
contest.
the rain, still sitting there and he's looking through. So he must have got told, I'd say.
Is there sidewinder downstairs? Can you hear us, Poss? There we go. We might be able to hear the great man. Can you hear us, Possum?
You got me there now, boys?
We've got you, brother.
Just got a little message from Brad Kelly. Hilly, too, said Tim McPherson lost his last grand final to Maribor. 2016.
And they're streaming onto the ground here too. Have a look at them coming from absolutely everywhere. The Saints winning the 2022 grand final by 16 points. The North Warrnambool Eagles devastated. They've had a magnificent finals campaign, but they come up against the fit and an awesome outfit. And that is 7 flags in a row for the Koroit Football Netball Club. Unbelievable.
Yeah, well deserved, Stewie. And look, let's be honest, it was only a 16-point margin, but to be honest, they dominated general play, didn't they? And that's reflected by 20 scoring shots to 9, so they definitely deserve their victory. 7 in a row, I don't think we'll ever see that again, but I don't think this is the end of the situation. They're going to be up there for a long time to come.
It could be eight in a row next year, Tilton.
Could be, Blackie. Very well could be. Let's give North Warrnambool credit.
Yeah, I was just going to say
They've
that,
had a terrific final series. They really have. I must admit, about round 15 and 16 when they were beaten by South Warrnambool, I was sort of off North Warrnambool, but they've done a great job and they can hold their heads up.
Yeah, they had that extra time in the first final and they had a tough, hard encounter against Koroit. And then another one, they were 21 points down late in the third quarter. So they've done a pretty good job. And, as you said, I missed the first half. But the general
Here we go. down there amongst them. That is the atmosphere we're looking for. And
Cheers here, Matty. Look.
Possum Kelly, mate, that atmosphere is absolutely electric, big fella.
Well, I'll just keep dropping out, boys, when I get over there. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but it's you got me there now?
We've got you, mate. We've got you, Poss.
I get over there, but unfortunately the game's finished in the right spot.
Unbelievable, mate. Don't worry, they'll make their way back over here, Poss. But
Chris is here. I've got Chris as he's coming out here, boys. I'll just grab him quickly on his way out, mate. Congratulations, Chris. 7 flags. You must be so proud of the boys.
Yeah, I am, Poss. I never cease to amaze me, to be honest. It's a bit emotional, to be honest, for some reason. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I'm just bloody proud of them, mate. I love them.
You're entitled to have emotion, mate. They came back at you that last quarter and got to within, that couple of goal margins. They kicked another one, would have been basically level. So the resilience the boys held up in that last quarter, particularly the back line, across that half back line when the Eagles were peppering because they're picking that score in. So it says a lot for their resilience, really, doesn't it?
As I said, mate, they're unbelievable. The boys, they never seem to give in, never seem to give up there. Mate, they just, as I said, they never. I just can't believe they can keep doing it and doing it, mate. They're bloody unbelievable.
Congratulations to you, mate, and thanks for everything you do for us during the year. Get over and celebrate with the boys. We'll get around a couple of
weeks. The coach of the Koroit Football Club. Emotion.
Well, you've got to remember what he's done. He's coached 4 consecutive premierships. He's equal to what Grant Thomas has done today.
That's it, isn't it? Yep. It's a elite company, that is for sure. Just fantastic to see. And I think we might have just lost the Poss again.
Yeah, I still got you, boys.
Still got us over there. Great
I've
stuff.
got Brendan Dobson here, boys. Dobbo, little fella, which one does this belong to, mate? This is Sam's lad. Freddie, he's not sure what's going on. It's a toy, you can play with that. So, hello. He certainly had a good day. He'll be able to remind him of this in years to come, Dave. But you must be pretty proud. Both boys played particularly well. Benny, Chris moving into the midfield in that last quarter was a master move too, I think.
Yeah, I think he got a strength over the ball, mate, all different, particularly with the weather was going to probably pan out with the slippery wet. And they North, to their credit, they were always going to lose nibs. And they got to hold on and had a memorable win. It was a great effort. They were the better team all day, but they just sort of couldn't nail on the board. And North were better kept coming, I guess. That was always going to happen. They won once, so they're going to have a bit of a crack. But we just hang on. We did a great job. They've been the best team all year. We showed it today.
Yeah, and it wasn't a great day for footy, and it's getting worse as we speak, although there's a little bit of cloud breakup over there. But one of those games where it was just a real grind, wasn't it? And I guess to a certain extent, even though North have got those experienced players, it was still the Dobsons and the Hoysers and the Hoys and the McPhersons and these sort of boys that really stood up towards the end. That sort of showed that steely resolve, if you like, and never panicked under any sort of pressure.
I think for 10 years now, it's shown those boys keep keeping on, and they just know what to do. And the good thing about Croydon presently, or this year at least anyway, they've had those young lads, young Burnsies lads, for instance, young Peterson half back. Those sort of guys that have come on, young McCutcheon's done a great job again this year. Those guys that supplement those guys that we expect to play well. They always do. They just very professional the way they go about it. And I sit on the bench, so I see what happens. I see when they come off, how determined they are, and the encouragement they give to everyone. So full credit to them. They're a great team. They're a great club.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations. I'll let you get over there and enjoy the celebrations. We'll grab someone else in a minute, boys, when they start to disperse a bit.
Beautifully done downstairs, Poss, and 16-point victory to the Koroit Saints in the poor old rain. The rain and the wind is absolutely horrific there. I don't think it's going to dampen the spirits of the Koroit faithful. They don't care, do they? To be honest,
poor old
boys.
North Warnell faithful standing out in the rain as runners-up's not much fun. Not much fun at all. But no, they can hold their heads up. They've had a terrific year, and they'll come again too. No doubt about that.
They certainly will. They certainly will, that is for sure. We might take a quick break here on Hampden League Live. This is the post-game, all thanks to all thanks to Conquest Pools in Warrnambool, Town and Country Pizza and Pasta. We'll take a break, come back with the medals, come back with everything here on Hampden League Live and what's been a monumental day for the Saints, the Koroit Football Netball Club. 7 premierships in a row. That is phenomenal. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, SunGold Milk and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
Time to get up, time to walk to the bus stop, open up the shop, time for you, time for me, loving everything you see. The sun is up, time to take on the world this time. Time to wake up, time to climb to the top. Welcome to the world where the sun is always gold and it's waiting just for you. Time to get into life where the sun is always gold. Sun gold.
The Country Care Dental team listen, care and explain so you know you're in good hands. From no-gap cleaning to advanced procedures, they'll look after you. Open 8 to 7 weekdays in Hamilton and Camperdown. countrycaredental.com.au.
Did you know that Badeness Rural have 3 agronomists and an experienced in-store team to help service the needs of their clients? With the right advice and the latest in agriculture technology, they provide a tailored service specific to your farm needs. Helping you boost production and keeping costs in check is what they do best. From on-farm agronomy to decades of expertise in-store to help you get the best results. Call in and see them today. Badeness Rural, corner Raglan Parade and Caramit Road, Warrnambool.
Need something welded or fabricated? See Warrnambool Sheet Metal. Commercial kitchens, benches, exhaust and new canopies, handrails, gates, mailboxes and toolboxes. There's not much Warrnambool Sheet Metal can't do. Braithwaite Street.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Woohoo! The footy's back, bigger and better than ever. Just like the boys at Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, now offering full logbook servicing and mechanical. With tyres starting from $60 and zip pay available. Why go anywhere else? Peter Bolsh Bridgestone, Ferry Street.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Right, thanks ladies and gentlemen. Got some lovely Angus bullocks here. Right, I've bid 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
On 3YBFM, this is Hampden League Live for Narrawong Island Holiday Park, Warrnambool Sheet Metal, Country Care Dental and Fitz Media Productions.
Yeah, welcome back. 16-point victors, the Koroit Saints over the North Warrnambool Eagles. The celebrations are starting. The medal presentation's about to get underway. Let's head back downstairs to Possum Kelly, who's got Dylan McCutcheon.
Yeah, good on you boys. We've got Dylan. He's just telling me he played in 2 losing grand finals at Elmsford as a junior. It's his first ever premiership, and it's a senior one, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Can't beat this feeling.
It was unreal, mate. It was a tough game, tough conditions. You know, we had a bit of rain, and, you know, they kept coming at you, particularly at last quarter. You're under the pump a little bit to
We lost you, Posse.
resilience that you showed.
Club, and they're playing against us for a reason every year, and you know they'll bounce back again and just be as good. But geez, Warrnambool weather threw everything at us, and I felt like we handled it the best, and that's what got us the result. So,
Mate, it's been such an amazing for the Croydon Footy Club, hasn't it? You know, to win 7 in a row, and they just keep on keeping on. They introduce guys like yourself and a few of those younger boys, young Byrne and Sullivan and Tommy Bolch, and I mean, year after year, they just keep bringing them through.
Yeah, mate, it starts with the volunteers. We've got the best volunteers in the district, and then it just spreads from there. It's a great club, great feel, and people want to be there, so it's good.
We might just take in here, boys. We might just go to Wixie Dowie.
Really well done, especially after the last couple of years. So thanks to all the volunteers. And look, to our guys. We'll keep turning up. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So we're not going anywhere. So stick fat. Yeah, well done. Nothing, boys. If we haven't got anyone's respect now, we're never going to get it. So keep your heads up. Righto, thanks.
Thanks very much, Adam. Thanks very much, Adam. Once again, congratulations on your year to the North Warrnambool Eagles. A round of applause for North Warrnambool. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 best on ground medals to present today. Traditional Hampden Football Netball League Ron Hoy medal, recognising triple Maskell medalist Ron Hoy as our best on ground, as voted by our officiating umpires today. And the umpires have awarded the Ron Hoy medal for 2022 to Dylan McCutcheon. And it's to be presented by Jason Muldoon from AFL Western District. Congratulations, Dylan. Our second best on ground medal is the AFL Victoria Country Best on Ground medal, as selected by a panel today. And the winner of our AFL Western District medal, to be presented by Jamara Hugel-Hagan, goes to Sam Dobson.
Absolutely magnificent was Dobson.
Before we start presenting our premiership medals to the players of the Croydon Football Netball Club, we invite their coach Chris McLaren forward to say a few words, please.
Great record. And just loves Croydon Footy Club, doesn't he?
Yep.
He's a beauty. They'll have a statue, a bronze statue, I reckon, out at St. Land.
Just firstly, thanks to all guys. You know, the last how many years now has been a really strong rivalry between the teams, and yeah, I know it bloody hurts, and yeah, I'm feeling for you. But thanks again for the contest in the year, to the league and all the sponsors and everything. Thanks for putting the day on. Really appreciate that. These group of people here, first our players. I love you blokes. You never cease to amaze me with your effort. You just continue to front up every year, every week. It's unbelievable. All our supporters, our sponsors, thanks very much. Just for just hanging in there, just keep pushing and pushing, and you know, strong footy clubs both on and off field are as important as each other. So thanks very much. And just before I finish, just to Bolshy, you're a legend, mate. We did it for you. Cheers.
Thanks very much, Chris. Today, to present our premiership medals to the Croydon football players, we're joined by a legend of the Croydon Football Club in Damien Dobson. So as each player comes forward, Damien will present them with their premiership medal. We'll start with number 1, Sam Dobson. Number 2, Paddy O'Sullivan. Number 4, Ben Dobson. Number 5, Jaden Whitehead.
I reckon it might be
I
first
think
or second.
Second, I reckon.
He's missed out on a few, though. He's been a bit stiff in previous
Yeah.
years. So great for him. He's had a great season and worked really hard. So a good story.
Number 6, Ben Goodall. Number 7, Tom Bolsh. Number 8, Mac Peterson.
Peterson, they're great mates. Mac and Tom, look at them, they'll embrace.
Number 1 again for Mac, isn't it? First one. Yep.
Good young kid too, isn't he? He was good early.
Number 9, Jack O'Sullivan.
What about this kid, Till?
I wouldn't like playing centre half forward on him, Stewie.
Thank you.
He's just a clone of his father the way he plays.
Great to see him get some continuity in his footy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's
Now,
had a bad
so
run of
many
injuries
bad
when he
run
was
of
young.
injuries.
That bad run of injuries when he was young.
Number 11, Alex Pulling.
Level, you know?
Yep.
What about this kid?
First picked in our team of the year, Stewie, this bloke on the wing.
Chumpy.
Great player.
Come across from Merivale, had to really earn his spot, didn't he, in that team? But once he cemented his spot, he has not looked like going out.
Just covers the ground really well, Stewie.
Got himself fit, real fit.
Are you there, Alex? Number 11, Alex Pulling.
Here he comes to Chumpy.
What would that be, 3 or 4 for Chumpy?
I'd say 3.
Yeah.
I reckon for Chumpy.
Number 12, Jeremy Horsler.
Jez has played in all 7 straight. Him and Dallas Mooney, the only 2.
Wow.
Hilly.
Yeah, amazing player, and each and every year just continues.
Number 13, Fraser Robb.
It's a good story too. This kid, he's had to work hard,
change of role,
earn his spot into the team, and he's played his role well.
Yep.
Number 15, Brett Harrington.
Just doesn't make mistakes this bloke.
No.
Not a flashy player. He's a former Mascot medalist, but he just doesn't
Played
make
him in a
mistakes.
different spot, off half back this year, so.
Always gives
Number
it
16, Taylor McHenry.
Call him a lot, do we, in Gates? But he's always thereabouts, isn't he? And this bloke McHenry's another good story. Of course,
he played Pam Ewer.
Yeah, Pam Ewer from Penshurst, I think.
So
Originally.
that's what we speak about, how there's some good players from the District League that could easily step up and play Hampden League footy.
He's been good, not a bad.
Number 19, Jaron Neve.
What about this kid? In that first quarter, his sure hands were just unbelievable for mine.
Had a great year.
Another good story. Another one from the Merivale Tigers.
Number 22, Tim McPherson.
And this bloke is one of the best defenders this competition's seen, Blackie.
Doesn't give you a sniff, doesn't he? Just gets over to help out when he can, and just one-on-one, he's so good, isn't he?
I love Tildy's call. How many touches do you reckon he's directed?
Number 23, Dylan McCutcheon.
No more than 3 or 4, I don't think.
Yep, correct.
What about the Ron Hoy medalist?
So was he good early, boys? He must have been good
Set the
first
tone.
half, was he?
Set the tone.
Yeah.
First quarter when it was there to be won, he was really good.
What a year he's at. Top 10 of the Mascot.
Number 25, William Couch.
That's
Didn't
number
see a-
6 for him.
Didn't-
Just over 100 games, and he's played in 6 premierships.
And didn't see a lot of Will in the grand final.
Hasn't been doing much right up to it, so, you know.
Number 29, Jared Corwea.
But just a fantastic player, Will Couch.
Yeah.
Over the journey, just always bobs up. Jared Corowa, of course, the praying man.
Number 36, Connor
I
Byrne.
like their duel today, Cora and that.
It was good.
Good duel.
What about Connor Byrne, mate? 16-year-old kid, played Rebels back half of the year. What a story. This kid crashes and bashes.
And kicks goals, kicked 19 for the season, and kicked a
36,
beauty
Connor
start
Byrne.
today.
I think he's
Young
Another
Ben
one.
Goodall.
Yep. I think Byrne's dad played in the 2003 flag, didn't he?
Number 41, Dallas Mooney.
The Moon Man.
Just gets the job done, doesn't he? Off half-back flank, just
No fuss.
chips in.
No fuss.
No.
What's that, 8 for him, is it? Or 7?
7.
Yep.
And our runners, Mark Rayland and Joe Wooten.
Oh, Woonton. That'll be Joey Woonton. And what a good man Joey is. He's the fireman now.
The Fiery.
And, of course, Marky Grayland as well.
He's
Look
been
at the
around for a long
boys.
time, hasn't he, Marky Grayland?
Couple of rippers there. They'll party just as hard as
And
the
we
winners,
could
I
ask
reckon, those
our
boys.
coach, Chris McLaren, to come back up, please, for us.
And the coach, C-Mac, makes his way back up and the handing over
And
the
we have the
Premiership
president
Cup.
of the Hampden Football Netball League, Shane Threlfall, as we invite the captain up, number 10, Liam Hoy,
What a
to
game.
receive his premiership medal.
From Hoysey.
First to skipper, I reckon,
And
too,
we'll
yeah?
ask the president, Shane Threlfall, to present both Liam and Chris with the 2022 Fresher Premiership Cup, the Premiership flag, and congratulations once again to the Koroit Football Netball Club, premiers for 2022.
Done well.
Oh, that is a good moment to savour, isn't it? Absolutely call them up. No Deus down there this year. But the boys are going to be absolutely stoked. And I reckon it's going to be one hell of a party out at St. Land tonight, boys.
Who'd be leading the charge out there, do you think?
The
Bush
Rattler.
Rat?
The Rattler, mate.
Ants.
Ants, Barney.
Ants.
Was he?
Have a look at them.
And in it, we've come a long way. We've got on the live stream, we've got the great photos here. It's just unbelievable, isn't it, really?
It is. And it's a keepsake. Absolute keepsake for these Saints faithful.
There's Freddie Dobson.
With Freddie and Emily Rose.
There they go. Have a look at that. We'll even get it in the rooms after they do that. I don't know. Are they going to do a lap? There's not much happening over the far end of side.
There's no one over there.
Crowd's emptied out pretty quick over that side of the ground, boys.
It's emptied out real quick. The rain
They've
comes
copped the
out.
hammer all day.
Sponsors are still up there anyway. They're having a ball. By the looks of it. Poss, can you hear us downstairs, big man?
Boys, come over here. We've got the skipper, Liam Hoy, boys. Liam, how good's that, mate?
Unreal. Absolutely unreal. It doesn't get old, that's for sure.
Mate, I mentioned it to Chris and also Sammy Dobson when I was, Brendan Dobson, I was talking to him, that they came at you, that three-quarter time. They were up against it a little bit in a low-scoring game, and they had a real crack at you early in that third quarter, but the resilience and the boys were able to just steady and get the job done in the end.
Yeah, it was just a really stoppage-based game, and territory was crucial. Adam's a great coach, Swansea's a great captain, and you got a lot of depth, so we're never going to get complacent and take what we had for granted, which was a strong lead leading into the last quarter, and it just took a real Croyd effort, and so proud of the boys, and she's going to be a big one, I reckon.
Good on you, mate. We'll let you go over there and celebrate. I'll grab Alex pulling. Alex, get over here, mate, and have a chat. He's having a chat to his old man. I might have a drink with him later, but Alex, well done, mate. I think that's 3 for you.
Yeah, 3, yeah. No, it's a pretty good effort by the boys. Like, credit to North. They've been a good side all year, and no doubt they'll probably be back next year again, I'd say. So, I think that's the 4th good contest for the year, so always a good game against them.
And it was difficult conditions, wasn't it? I mean, we had sunshine, we had wind, we had rain, we had all sorts of stuff going on, and dry ball, wet ball, so difficult conditions. So to get the job done, in those conditions against a good opposition, it's pretty pleasing for you.
Yeah, it's pretty slippery. Like, the ground's held up pretty well. The water gets away pretty easy, but just slippery on top. But the wind was pretty swirly. Like, it's probably going to the pocket early and then switch over to the netball courts. But it's tough conditions. But proud of the boys and the way they played.
And no doubt some big celebrations in store out at Croyd tonight, mate.
Yeah, we might go out there and have a couple, I reckon. We'll get in the rooms and belt the song out first, I'd say.
Good on you. We'll let you get back over there with your teammates. We'll try and grit some other boys. Mac Peterson. Come over here, mate. We've got Mac Peterson coming over, boys, for a chat. Mac, first premiership. Your first premiership, right? Croyd, is that right?
That's it. Finally got one. Cheers. It's been good.
That's right. You would have grew up as a youngster, running around watching a lot of these early ones of these 7, and then I suppose you would have aspired to one day running out and doing this with them.
That's right. You just watched for so many years. These boys set such an example for us, and a group of us young lads coming this year, and love every bit of it.
And with that, mate, do you learn from those boys? The boys that you watch, you aspire to be like, and you grow up watching, the Dobsons playing and the boys that have come and gone from the past premierships. Does that sort of aspire you to want to get to where you've got to today?
Absolutely. They hold the club and all the boys to such a high standard that makes us all need to look up and achieve what it is, and we got it.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Well, no doubt some big celebrations happening, for the next couple of days.
Thank you. Thanks, boys.
Good on you, mate. Well done. We might try and get one more, will we, boys?
Just keep rolling through them, Poss. Can you get Tommy Walsh, mate? I'd love to.
Try and find Tommy if we can.
I'd love to.
Just the lead
Jack
over
O'Sullivan
here.
would be good too.
It's Jack O'Sullivan. Where's Jack? We've got someone over here, boys. We've got
just doing a great job down there.
Matt who else have we got? We've got some boys here. Boys, I'll just grab me list.
You're right, mate. Doing a great job.
Don't get the wrong one, right?
Paddy.
There you go. Grab the boys. Grab them over there, mate.
Yes, Paddy.
Fantastic. It's good to just roll
Jack
through these.
Yeah.
How bloody good!
Just give it an elbow, then blokes, boss.
Fraser Robb. Fraser Robb, boys, coming over for a chat. Fraser, congratulations, mate. First premiership with Croyd. I think you've been pretty close the last couple of years yourself. Couldn't quite edge your way into the side, but must be pretty pleasing now.
Yeah, it is. I feel like all the hard work's paid off, 19 premiership. Thanks, Ozzy. Thanks, mate. 19. The reserves premiership was unreal, but to win one with the boys, I couldn't be any happier. Pretty happy at start. And
I said to Mac Peterson, I mean, does the drive you're watching
some of the previous of the 7, and does it drive you to aspire to want to get out there and do it with the boys? Because I mean, I said to young Mac that that's exactly what he done. He was a little fella watching some of these earlier ones, and then he said, I want to do that, and and here he is, and here you are standing with a medal around your neck.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you watch all the older boys win, and you just want to be one of them. And now lucky enough I am. I couldn't be happier.
And mate, of course, you've come a long way, and obviously, as you said, you played in a reserves premiership. What, last year? The last time was that 2019? It seems a long time ago, 2019, and now senior one. So that's pretty special too to look back onto to play in a reserves and a senior one.
Definitely, I feel like each year you just keep getting better and better with the boys that we've got at the club. I feel like we can do anything. It's a super group.
Good on you, mate. Enjoy the celebrations. We're going over here with Dallas. We've got Dallas Mooney over here, boys. Hey, Dallas Mooney. Dallas, congratulations, mate. Number 7.
Hey, thanks, mate. It's a hard slog, but it's good to get there.
Yeah, it's amazing. Just you and Jezza that have been through the entire 7. It's a pretty big achievement, mate. And it's something that you got to sit down at the end of your career and be pretty proud of, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Every one of them's hard, so I'm just glad to be a part of it. Another one. So.
And what are you going to do, mate? You're going to push on? What if you don't mind me asking, you'd be, pushing 36, 35, 36?
Whoa.
34?
32, mate.
32, is that all? Yeah, I thought you were older than that. Because we were debating the other day, we thought that you were as old as one of my kids, but you're not. So that's good. So no doubt plenty of years left there.
Well, what do you reckon?
I reckon you should keep going.
Okay, we'll see.
And saying that, where's the old man?
Oh, he's floating around somewhere.
Oh, it's wonder I haven't seen him. Good on you, Dell. I had you in the grave, mate. Good luck.
On you, mate. Thanks.
Well done, boys.
Possum downstairs. Pops, keep doing a good job down there, mate. I really want you to try and grab Jackie O'Sullivan, Tommy Bowles, a few of those. If you can keep rocking through them, mate. Paddy O'Sullivan, just keep doing your best work down there if you can for us, Poss. It's the roaming sidewinder, and it's been wonderful to see this afternoon, that is for sure. It's great to see. They're happy and they're up and about and just enjoying it.
Still there?
Yeah, there we go.
Would have been good if we had Tilvis down there, Matthew. I reckon we would have just pushed through.
Mate, we struggled to get one mic working properly this afternoon, to be honest, let alone 2. So, it's just good to see. And they're going to enjoy themselves tonight, and rightly so. They deserve to. And we'll try and get that mic into the change rooms too. That'll be really interesting to see if we can. But they are going to be so proud to say, look at Jolie Lehman down there. He loves it. He's like the mascot of the Croydon Saints, isn't he, boys?
I don't think he's let go of the Premiership Cup. The great Joel. He's
over on the fence here.
Red, black, and white man through and through. And I'll tell you what, they're all good kids though too. All the boys
coming over now, boys.
All terrific. He's running the flag out in the middle of the ground, big Jolie.
Got Tommy coming over now, boys.
Here comes Tommy. I'm so pumped. I'm excited for this young kid. This is a good story.
Tommy, congratulations. Geez, you're a tall boy. I am short, but he's tall as well, Blackie. But Tommy, congratulations, mate. A great achievement. You must be pretty proud.
Yeah, it's an unreal feeling. Get around all the boys and we've fucking done a good job. Good to finish it off.
Yeah, you did do a good job. Hey, mate, a mixed year for you. I mean, you're in and out of the side and at Rebels and back in the senior side. It must be tough having that sort of campaign when you don't really know from week to week when you're going to be, available for Croyd or whether you're playing Rebels. So it can be a bit tough.
Yeah, well, playing back at Croyd's always been unbelievable. Chris and all the boys make it feel like home all the time, obviously, and just love playing down here with all the boys. It's awesome.
And a lot of mates too, obviously. I've spoken to a few of the younger boys, Mac Peterson and Fraser Robb and these sort of guys. You're all sort of around that similar age, and you've all come through the system together. That must be pretty special to play with. I mean, they're all your mates, obviously, but some of your closer mates.
Yeah, obviously tight with all the whole side's tight, but Mac and Paddy and that have played footy with me whole juniors and went to school with them and with them pretty much every day. So it's pretty amazing to win one with them. So yeah.
And mate is going to look after the cows for the next few days.
I got old Ted out there, and there's a fair few boys I've just told if you're going past, make sure you swing in and just make sure nothing's dying. So yeah.
Good on you, mate. Well done, and enjoy the celebration.
Thanks, boss.
Good on you, boys. Good on you, boys.
We
got the big fella over here. We've had Dallas Mooney now. We've had him at 36. Jezza, come back here. He's starting to walk away. Jeremy Heusler, well done, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Number 7. So I suppose they don't. It doesn't lessen the. Still enjoyable.
Nah, they're all good, mate. Better than the other side of the coin. So, just really proud of the boys and really happy for the young boys, the ones getting their first win. That's what it's all about. So.
And one day I want you to sit down and work out exactly how many players you've actually played with over those 7. Have you ever thought about that?
No, I haven't, mate. But I've got all the jumpers hanging up, so I could go through and have a look for you if you wanted.
Plenty of them, I'm sure. But obviously celebrating with the family too now, so that's always good.
No, it is. Yeah, got the young Chancey, my 2-year-old. So yeah, over the moon, mate. Loving it.
And I put it to Dallas, even though I had Dallas a few years older than he actually is, mate. But you're going to push on?
We'll see. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you will. I think you got another couple in you. How was it out there today against Big Nathan Vardy? I mean, obviously, you probably wouldn't have come up against as many bigger blokes as him because you're pretty big yourself. But he'd be a tough opponent.
Yeah, no, massive challenge for me today. He definitely had it over me the last game we played. So, yeah, just worked as hard as I could and thought I covered the ground pretty well and tried to nullify him as best I could.
You played a little bit of a different role today, maybe, that you drifted back a little bit behind the ball a few times and sort of cross half-back. Was that sort of something that was pre-planned?
Yeah, do that a little bit. Just if I'm playing on ball, I don't push into the forward line too often. Let Big Texan take the rucks down there and, just float back and try and help out the backs.
Good on you, Jez. Enjoy the celebrations, mate.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Good on you, boys.
Beautifully done there, Poss. I want you to try and get that mic if you can, or one of the mics into the rooms and let them belt out that song, big fella.
There, mate. I don't think I'll get this one in there, but we'll see how we go with the other one, boys.
Beautifully done. We'll follow the great man downstairs. Awesome stuff, and it's just good to see, isn't it? You know, you want to see that raw emotion from the players after the game, and that's what you get.
Great interview with young Tommy Balch, Matt. He was a bit emotional and it meant a lot to him, and he, it's fantastic to play, in a premiership side with your mates and go back and celebrate, and what's been a tough year for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, my age, absolutely, mate. But he's got the ultimate prize, and I know his old boy will be looking down upon him, and he'll be absolutely cock-a-hoop tonight. So good on him.
Yeah.
Well-deserved victory, that's about all we can say, boys, isn't it? They're
That's
the best side all year and they deserve to win.
Yeah, North had a go. They had their chances, but as you said, Tildy, they had to play nearly perfect footy, didn't they, when they were playing catch-up footy, and you're playing against a side who don't give it to you on a plate. So credit to North. They had a really good final series. Couldn't cap it off with the ultimate, but Karoit good on them. 7 in a row. What an effort, and won't see that happen again for a while, I wouldn't have thought.
No, I reckon you're absolutely right, Blackie. That is for sure, mate. And we'll just keep an eye or an ear on our man downstairs, and hopefully we can get them belting out that song, because it'll be chock-a-block in that rooms, you would imagine, downstairs.
Big night at Victoria Park, and a few, I think they might have usually head to Kirksall Mad Monday. I think it's Karoit for a few, so
I've seen them at the Flying Horse on a Monday, on my last call of a Monday. Here they go.
There we go. They might be getting in the rooms downstairs now.
Pretty hard with that concrete roof to get through there.
It certainly is, big fella. But hopefully we can get a little bit.
Yeah, got him, mate.
A little bit of that. We've got your Poss. They're about to belt out the song, Poss. Can you hear us downstairs? We might have just lost him there.
Might be a big night at Roosterland, winning the reserves and the couple of netball sides.
Yeah, I reckon it will be, Blackie. You heading up to Roosterland, mate?
See what happens. Yeah.
Good on you, big fella.
Might go and get my red jacket out of the cupboard and just put it on.
You didn't know which one to have on last Sunday, did you, Blackie? You did not. You did not know which one to have.
Little Jimmy Hughes just giving us a little wave at the window there. Mad North Melbourne man too.
Loves it, the big
Loves his Roo boys.
Poor bugger. Stick with it, it'll turn.
It'll turn all right. You can see the footage in the rooms now. And they're going to belt this song out with a bit of gusto, I reckon, boys. Have a look at that for footage. Even in the rooms, boys.
Pretty impressive, sure.
Unbelievable scenes. And I don't know who they're waiting on. Cup goes in the middle. And they are going to belt this out and sing it with some absolute gusto. Chrissy McLaren just saying a few words. That's Hoisey. Benny turning the wire in there. He's front and centre, BTD.
Tracked his first down about 12:03, I reckon.
So you can just see him in there. The president, Stephen Hoy, just running through, no doubt, just saying to the boys, I'm proud of you as a club.
He's a bloody good operator too, Horsey.
Great operator.
Very, very good operator.
And I reckon they can't be far off belting that song out. Well, they might have already done it. I'm not too sure. But all in all, they are absolutely pumped, and rightly so. 16-point winners. Koroyd over the North Warrnambool Eagles, 7 in a row. Tildy?
Wow. As we said, they just deserved the victory. And, 20 scoring shots to 9. In reality, they probably should have won by 30, 40 points, to be honest.
Well, have they converted in that second
quarter?
Absolutely.
I think, were they 2 goals 12 at half time?
2 goals 12, yeah. 10 points up, 2-2-14 to 2-12-24.
And look, to North's credit, they kept coming late in the game, but it really should have been put to bed early on.
Yeah. You can see in that last quarter a lot of tired bodies for North Warrnambool. Smets come off injured. Vardy looks sore. They've had one hell of a final series. They've been thrown through the ringer, and you've got to admire what they've produced.
I guess it provided us with a lot of good entertainment during the final series.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Been fantastic, boys. Hey, listen, this is the post-game. All thanks to Conquest Pools and Town and Country Pizza and Pasta. We're going to take a break, come back, go through the better players, the award winners, and our award winners on 94.5 Free YBFM, your home of football and netball.
Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh Warrnambool Nissan, Badeness Rural, Harvey Norman Computers, SunGold Milk, and McDonald's Warrnambool East and Central. 3YBFM.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Receive a $400 Harvey Norman gift card when you connect to a new $69 a month, 24-month SIM-only plan with 80 gigabytes of data for use in Oz. Available now at Harvey Norman. Offer available until withdrawn. Not available with any other offers. Minimum plan cost $1,656 over 24 months. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions.
Go! Fitz Media Productions is your online broadcast specialist. From meetings and special events to weddings, funerals and sport, Fitz Media's fully equipped mobile broadcast unit provides a professional, reliable live stream anywhere. Contact us today.
I'm Roma Britnell, your local Member of State Parliament. I'm working hard for you and for the South West Coast region to make sure we have a vibrant and prosperous place to live and work. I want to know what matters most to you, to hear your ideas on how to make South West Coast even better. You can email me, catch me on social media, or visit my office in Liebig Street. I'm here to work for you.
Authorised by Roma Britnell MP, 94 Liebig Street, Warrnambool, funded from parliamentary budget.
3 steps: design, plan and construct. Smith & Son Renovations and Extensions take care of all 3 steps to provide you with a smooth and cost-effective process. See Nathan and the team at Smith & Sons, Ferry Street, quality builders and reno specialists.
If you've been injured, make the call. Find out if you have a claim. Madden's Lawyers is the region's most experienced injury compensation firm. Madden's Lawyers. Make the call.
If there's one thing us Aussies know, it's great coffee. Like the best ever McCafe blend. Expertly made by baristas for a smooth, rich taste that hits the spot every time. Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
From trees to traffic, Carter Group is the home of fully trained arborists, offering tree removal, trimming and lopping of trees, along with on-site traffic management planners and high-quality traffic management. Visit cartergroup.com.au.
You gotta get down to Pontings, they're the expert crew, who are always here for you. It's where the locals go, and the tradies know. You gotta get down to Pontings, we've got ya.
Right, thanks ladies and gentlemen, got some lovely Angus bullocks here.
Right, I've hit 390. 80 got, thank you. 2, 4, 6, 386, 8, 90, 392, 392. Jack Kelly here from J&J Kelly Stock Agency. We've been in business 30 years this year. We've got a great selling team to help market your livestock. We sell every Wednesday and the last Friday of each month at the Warrnambool Livestock Centre. Contact J&J Kelly Stock Agency and staff for all your livestock needs.
Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater has all your fresh meats ready to go. And small goods handmade on the premises daily. Yeah! Find Peter, the chicken, lamb, pork and beef eater at Lucas Brothers Butchers with easy, convenient drive-through. Corner of Banyan and Lava Streets, Warrnambool.
Stay warm in one of Narrawong Island Holiday Park's fully self-contained cabins where you can enjoy the sound and serenity of the ocean. Narrawong Island Holiday Park, your water escape on the mainland.
Southwest Local News is fast becoming known for its free, trusted, reliable and compassionate local news service. Southwest Local News. Local, free, always will be. 3 nights a week on Fitzmedia's Facebook page.
On 3YB-FM, this is Hampden League Live for Clinton Bolsh, Warrnambool Nissan, Roma Bricknell MP and Madden's Lawyers.